You may now be seated. We'll go on to point D, roll call / verification of quorum. Acting Senate Secretary, you now have the floor.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter, Senator Climbs, Senator Snipes, Senator Dumas, Senator Hansberry, Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator Seniors, Senator Myers, Senator Strong, Senator D. Ford, Senator Butterfield, Senator D. Jackson, Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Knox, Senator Miller,
Here.
Senator Jean Baptiste,
Here.
Senator Antinor, Senator Hall,
Present.
Senator J. Jackson,
Present.
Senator Rios,
Present.
Senator Eden, Senator Osborne,
Present.
Senator Pro Tem Morissette,
Present.
Senator President Ford.
President, please strike out Senator Butterfield from the roll. He's only in the Senate. Decorum, please. Now move on to point E, approval of the agenda and minutes. The minutes were sent out last week. There's a motion to accept them at this time.
So moved.
About move a second to approve the 7th session minutes. Is there a readiness at this time for the main motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Now move on to approval of the tonight's agenda. Please review over it. If there's anything you would like to add or remove, please do so at this time. If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Yes, Senator McClinton. Oh wait, there's a motion on the floor. Do you rescind your motion?
Yeah.
Motion be rescinded.
Yeah, he motioned. Yeah, later on.
Point of inquiry, has anyone seen the African Student Association bill? It's under new business.
No,
Does that legislation exist?
I guess not. So whoever wrote that bill.
You're saying that I never went to JNR?
No, I'm saying I haven't seen it.
It's on the. Is it on here?
Citizen Beckman will enter.
Yeah, he's saying where is it? Does it not have it on there? How is it on the agenda?
Decorum, please. Decorum, please.
It's
Yes, Pro Temp.
I believe that the transmittal form was billed for it, but
Who wrote the bill?
I don't know. I tried to look back for the minute. I tried to look back in the emails to download it. So I don't know.
Just cross that bridge
I
when we
moved
get
to
there.
strike point.
We already. You have to go back and revisit it because we already
I said,
approved.
yeah,
We didn't approve the agenda.
yeah, I said, I'm hold off. And then, don't strike.
I think we strike.
We can strike. What if they're here? What did you say?
Yes, Senator McClinton.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the person that wrote the bill is not here. Because everyone's not here. Tyler Hansberry, Bard, OMC. OMC isn't here. Besides Card.
Is there a representative?
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking like, are they here?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I moved to approve this agenda.
Second.
Go ahead, move the second to approve this tonight's agenda. Is there any readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Now moving on to point F, introduction of guests and speakers. Is there anyone to my left, your right, and the guy that would like to introduce themselves tonight at this time? Seeing none, thank you all for coming to the 8th session agenda of the spring academic semester. I hope you guys have a great time tonight, and we have a massive crowd. Thank you. Now move on to point E. Point G, my bad. Announcements and committee reports, starting with OFC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jacob Rios. I'm a fourth-year economics student from Tampa, Florida, and I serve as the Organization and Finance Committee Chairman. We did not meet last week, but we will meet again this week, Tuesday at it's 5 p.m. In the upstairs in SGA. Right now in Senate unallocated, we have around $26,000 left. So I am actually going to make a proposal or a memo, and send it out to all the organizations and students on campus, letting them know that we will be closing the special allocation request this week. So that's it.
Any questions for the OFC chairman at this time? Seeing none, thank you. Now move on to the Election and Appointments Committee. Acting Chair, Senator Miller, now the floor.
Good evening. I'm Christopher Miller, a second-year broadcast journalism student from Orlando, Florida, and I'm the acting vice chair. Well, I'm the vice chair of the Election and Appointments Committee. ENA met on Wednesday. We finished up all of our interviews for the L branch and the E branch, I believe. We have 4 confirmations coming up tonight, 2 for E branch and then 2 for the L branch. I'm gonna save that. That's it.
Is there any questions for Senator Blah at this time? Seeing none, thank you so much. Now move on to SRC Senator Jay Jackson, now the floor.
Greetings, everyone. I am Jalen Jackson, the 4th-year business management student from Gretna, Florida. I'm the Student Relations Committee chairman. I would like to bring Senator Lamar up to talk a little bit about Blackout Week.
How y'all doing today? As you guys know, this week is Blackout Week. So today is Interpersonal Violence Awareness Day. That's why some of us senators here are wearing purple, and the Senate chambers dress up as purple. Tomorrow, SGA will actually be going to FAMU DRS and informing middle schoolers about Black history facts, little-known Black history facts, to bring awareness to our culture that they don't always teach in today's school system. So if you guys would like to join us, you can speak to one of the SGA members. After today's meeting, we can see if we can get you guys to come out there with us as well. On Wednesday, we're going to have our Black Card Revolt event at 7 o'clock in the FAMU Village Game Day Room. This should be a very interesting event in which we'll be, it's actually like a game. I don't know if you guys actually seen the game before on BET, but it's the same exact game where you ask questions that quote-unquote that African Americans should know, and if you don't know it, quote unquote, you get your black card revoked. So this should be actually a funny game that we can all bond together as a family and do. On Thursday, as you know, FAMU versus BCU home game. So we would like for us FAMU students to pack out the arena. I kid you not, BCU will come here with 3 buses full of students and their SGA and Royal Court. So even if they don't, we still want to show more of awareness than them and show more support because this is our home field advantage. And on Friday, we're going to end things with our annual Strikeout Showcase. This should be a very thrilling event as we have a majority of our performing art organizations here performing, and we'd just like to bring the school out to enjoy these organizations. They have worked very hard. They've been working probably like a month now for these performances on Friday. So we would like for you guys to be there. And also, we might have a special guest appearance by FSU's SGA who might come join us at the Strikeout Showcase. So if they do, we definitely got to show out. Make sure they know how rattlers strike across the railroads and give them a good time as well. Thank you. That's all the SRC has for today. I'm sorry. We'll also be having something that's set Friday. Come visit the SRC table. And we have a social media challenge as well. So whoever gets the most likes on social media on that Thursday, posting like something about Black history, wearing your Rattler attire, or anything that's with the culture, whoever gets the most likes, SRC will have a prize for you. So you're going to use the hashtag for the culture FAMU so we can keep up to date. And we're going to pie senators. So come out set Friday. Come pie your favorite senator and your least favorite senators as well. You know, I'm all for it, you know. I'll be out there after class, though, as you know. But see you guys Friday.
That's not a thing.
Is that all, Senator Jay Jackson? Now moving on to IDSC, Senator Hall, you now have the floor.
Okay, greetings everyone. everybody. My name is Taylor Hall. I'm a second-year political science scholar with a minor in broadcast journalism from right here in Tallahassee, Florida. IDST has not been meeting. I don't really have much of a committee report, but I will just update the Senate and let y'all know that I will be meeting with Senate President soon to discuss what we're going to do as far as our spring training, and I've been working with joint ops as far as what we're going to do with our SGA banquet. Normally it's like the Senate and we have our own, but this year it's going to be a tri-branch thing. So be on the lookout for information for that. And that's all I have for IDSC.
Also, it'll be April 20th, so please work around that. April 20th will be the date of the SGA banquet. April 20th. Now move on to the Judicial Rules Chair, Senator Osborne, now on the floor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brianna Osborne. I'm a third-year food science pre-dental student from Jacksonville, Florida. I serve as the Judicial and Rules Committee Chairwoman for the 47th Student Senate. For a committee update, SAB 18 SP-034, CAB 18 SP-001, and CAB 18 SP-002 passed through committee this past Friday. Also, the electronic manipulation packet is done, has been sent to Mr. Smith and to General Counsel. So we are on the way. So that's exciting.
It's been asked that you give a brief description about what that means so that everybody is, transparency.
The electronic manipulation packet is for the ratification packet, is for the student body statutes. So we revised them, updated them because they haven't been revised in a really long time. So all of the titles went through committee and then hit the Senate floor for the Senate to make recommendations and to change things that we felt were necessary for them. And coming up, we are in the process of just amending the Constitution to make sure that the Constitution aligns with the new statutes that we just passed. So be on the lookout for that. If you have any recommendations, if you want to author one, let me know. I'll definitely delegate that task to you guys. And that is all for JNR.
Any questions for Senator Osborne? Seeing none, thank you. Senator Pro Temp, Executive Committee Report, you now have the floor.
Greetings, everyone. I am Rashard Morissette, a second-year agriculture business scholar from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I serve as the Senate President Pro Temp. It's just a fancy name for Senate Vice President. That's all it is. Okay. I'm the chairman for the Senate Executive Committee, and for those who do not know, I temporarily resigned for the last 2 weeks due to elections and a conflict with the electoral commissioner. Well, not commissioner, commission. Sorry, but that being said, SEC has not met in the month of February, so yeah, that's gonna get fixed. We will meet either this week or the week next week before spring break to kind of like figure out what direction we want to take the Senate as far as the rest of the semester is concerned. And just to piggyback off of my JNR chairwoman Osborne, that was a 45-page document, so we put in work fall semester. So I'm really proud of you guys. That was a 45-page document. We've been putting in work. We found lost titles, all this other stuff. It was crazy. But yeah, that's about it.
The branch head report. We'll be meeting sometime this week to discuss. The end of the year training, because it was brought to my attention that we can go to possibly Panama City Beach for our end of the year retreat to see the College of Crestview at their campus, because we as students had never been to Crestview, and they don't have a polling precinct there. They don't really know who SGA is or what SGA does. So we want to be there to be like, hey, this is SGA, this is what we do. That way they know who we are and things of that nature. Like I said, we have a meeting this week, and I'll give y'all more update on that. And that is all from the tri-branch report. Now moving on to, yes. Oh, you have a question for Senator Pro Temp Morissette? My bad, thank you. Senator Seniors.
All right, so the ad hoc committee for the Venom. I've talked to former Senator Iman Sandifer. Former Senator Iman Sandifer, and he hasn't sent me that information quite yet. So once I get, because he was working on this in past senates, so he's got like all the paperwork as far as the translock system. That's the one that's over at FSU. So once I get a look at all of that and I figure out the costs and things of that nature, then I'll call for that meeting. But it's just the fact that I don't want to call for a meeting and we don't have any paperwork to go off of. Does that make sense? Yeah. So once he forwards that to me, I'll call for that meeting.
Well, granted.
SEC or the ad hoc committee? Oh yeah, we'll be in before the end of the year.
Senator Lamar.
Senator Pro Tem, can you just remind us, myself, what special allocation bill number are we on?
Tonight we have SAB
39.
yeah.
So that means we passed 30.
No, it's not 30. It's not 30. We're on 39, but keep in mind the very first special allocation failed. Then I think 14 failed, which was the second time we tried to do the pay, and then the library one was tabled indefinitely. So we really passed like 36.
36.
Yeah.
How many different organizations follow up?
Well, granted.
How many different organizations have we funded so far?
I want to say about 36. If you really count the College of Pharmacy bill, that was like 5 to 6 organizations under one bill. So about
15 different orgs.
it was 15 under one bill. So really up north of 40 organizations / entities.
Oh, thank you, Senator Pro Tem.
No problem. And just to go back off of Senator Senior's, the cost for that, in the fall semester, the ad hoc committee did try to meet, and we kind of got some estimates, be about $25,000-$35,000 to try to get that bus system on and going. So once I get those updated numbers, that's when I'll call for the meeting. No.
Next up, we move on to point H. Executive branch report. Is no one here from the E branch? I'd like to give a report at this time. E branch. Yes, Senator Hall.
I move to waive Rule 5.04, consumption and technology usage in the Senate chambers.
I brought a second to waive Rule 5.04, consumption technologies in the chambers. Is there any on readiness at this time? Yes, Senator Snipes.
Can you rescind your motion and waive 5.02 and 5.04?
We have to waive the rules individually. We can't put them in one motion.
We'd like to do that.
Seeing no further discussion, all in favor? Decorum, please. All in favor, please signify by a sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Seeing how we're waiving a rule, we have to do a 2/3 roll call vote. So, acting Senate Secretary, you now have the floor.
All right, this is for 5.04, correct?
Correct. Technology and consumption.
Senator Jay Carter? Senator Climbs? Senator Dumas? Senator Lamar? Senator LaVille? Senator McClinton? Senator Seniors? Senator Myers? Senator Strong? Senator D. Jackson? Senator Plaisir? Senator Williams? Senator Young? Senator Miller?
Four.
Senator G. Baptiste? Senator Hall?
4.
Senator J. Jackson?
4.
Senator Rios?
4.
Senator Osborne? Senator Pro Tem Morset?
Against.
$24 and 1 against.
Congratulations. The rule has been waived. You may now begin.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Alexis Lynn. I'm a first-year broadcast student here at FAMU, and I serve as the Deputy of Communications for the Executive Branch. So for the Executive Branch report today, Director of Student Lobbying, we will be having a Woman Empowerment Week. The dates are March 19th through March 23rd. The purpose of this event is in March, it is Women's History Month, and FAMU has modeled many things of amazing women that make, the world go around at FAMU. Monday, it'll be yoga on the quad, so therefore we'll be starting our week off with good energy, peace, mind, and yoga. All great leaders need to center themselves with positivity in order to be the best they can be. Tuesday, women who wear pants. Come out in the essence of greatness. Great women who have made it to the top. Listen and network with women who have overcome the odds and accomplished their goals and dreams. Wednesday, Bust a Wine Wednesday. The middle of the week can be hard because you're so close to Friday, but not far enough from Monday. Distress and let your hair down with the dance party on the set. Snacks and sparkling apple cider will be provided. Thursday, Dress for Success. Women have mastered how to dress for success on a budget down to science. Come out and learn how to slay from Monday to Sunday with no effort. This will be with class, and you will know the do's and the don'ts. Friday is It's a Lifestyle Etiquette class with the First Ladies of FAMU. Saturday is the Lady Luxury Dinner. Put on your Sunday's best and get treated like a queen like you are, ladies. So that'll be for the Women Empowerment event, and that was brought to us by Miss Ani. She's the Director of Student Lobbying. On to the Department of Community Affairs. FAMU SGA will be participating in Tallahassee's big event. The dates for that will be March 24th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The purpose of this will be over 2,000 college students from FAMU, FSU, and TCC will come together and thank the Tallahassee community at one of the largest days in Tallahassee, and it's a student-ran project in the nation. This will be rallying students together to participate in a day of a community service. The big event aspires to give to our Tallahassee community and encourage a year-round student service. The day will begin with a short kickoff ceremony in the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center, featuring activities to engage participants with community leaders. Afterwards, volunteers will depart in teams to site around Tallahassee to participate in a variety of service-related activities, including park cleanup, food pantry packaging, senior home assistance, and much more. Our next thing for the E-Branch is Department of Student Welfare. We will be having another Cram Jam. As you all know, that was a great event that we had in the fall, so we're doing another one. And the date will be Sunday, April 19th from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And for some of y'all who don't know what Cram Jam is, it's basically like a stress reliever before your exam starts. So you all should come out. The location will be in Gaither Gym, and it's open to all FAMU students. Lastly, for the event to FAMU DRS that SRC covered earlier, if you all need a ride there, please talk to Ms. Janika Moss, and she'll figure all that out so you all can get on the van to get transportation to and from FAMU DRS. And that's all for the E-Branch report.
Yes, Pro Temp.
What was the date for Cram Jam?
Cram Jam is April 29th from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m.
Would it be possible to move that to a Sunday, that like the Sunday before finals? That's a Sunday?
I will. That is the April 29th is a Sunday, but I'll be sure to tell that to our Secretary of Student Welfare.
Wait, you said the 29th or the 19th?
29th.
Okay.
April 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay, that was throwing me off.
Okay.
Thank you.
Senator Hall.
Hey, can we get this branch report in an email?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Pro Temp.
Good job, guys. I'm here for it. I'm here for that. I'm here for the empowerment. I'm here for it. I like it. It's about time we do something for our lovely FAMU queens. Look at them in the audience, all beautiful, gorgeous.
Any further questions on the E-Branch report? Any further questions? Yes, Senator Snipes.
Okay, so to make sure I got this right, you said the Women Empowerment Week is April 19th to the 23rd.
I'll say the dates over again, and I'll send it in the email. Okay. So for the Women Empowerment Week, it is March 19th through March 23rd, and that'll be a Monday through Saturday. Cram Jam is Sunday, April 29th, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Mm-hmm. And then you all know the FAMU DRS event this week.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
All right, any further questions? All right, thank you so much. Yes, Senator Jean Baptiste.
So is Cam just not a thing anymore?
More said.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. What? Oh. Okay. Well, to my knowledge, Campus Activities Board will be meeting next week, and they will have two meetings. So pretty much the big mix up with CAB is that they had no real leadership as far as a CAB chairperson, because that person wasn't elected fall, last year. But this year, they're meeting in the next 2 weeks to, just brief everybody. All the newly elected members will be briefed on, their expectations and things like that with Mr. Clem. And then the following meeting, that's when the new chairperson will be elected. But as far as this year, they're partnering with E-Branch as far as putting on Cram Jam, and they are well aware to come before the Senate if they need funding. But yeah, that hasn't happened. But yeah, I've been CAB is like my baby. I've been working with. Yeah, I've been working with Mr. Clem, left and right, trying to stay on him about that. So yeah, that's the deal with CAB.
Now move on to judicial branch report. Is anyone here from the J branch? I'll give a report at this time. J branch. Yeah, something from J branch.
We got something.
Do you have anything to say? Traffic court justice.
Hi, I'm Monique Brazier. I've just been appointed a traffic court justice. Myself and Brian went to parking services today, and we hope to start traffic court within the next week or so. We're going to have a mock traffic court this Saturday, and we hope to start on Wednesday.
Any questions from J branch report this time? Seeing none, thank you. And we want to point Campus Activities Board report. Senator Pro Temp already kind of gave an explanation of that. So now we want to point J, live and speakers. SSC Chair, you now have the floor.
First, we'll have Student Body Vice President, David Sawyer.
Yeah, address down. Good evening, everyone. For those who do not know, I am Deja Sawyer, a graduating senior from St. Petersburg, Florida. I currently serve as Student Body Vice President. Just wanted to come up here and just tell the room that I've only been in my position for about a week now, but I am enjoying it. Like, when I tell you, I have some really great individuals in our cabinet, we got to get some more men in here though, but we have, we have a lot of great young ladies who are looking to put their creativity to use. We're busting out events, we're working together, and yeah, spring these last 2-3 months is about to be popping, so just be on the lookout for that. Takia, Alexis forgot to mention, one of the things that Devin and I would like to work on, and what we're working on currently now, is just our student leaders to be more present on campus, because it's not just about the student body president, the student body vice president. It's not just about the Senate president and Senate pro temp, but you also have a group of people who work with you to make your year a success. You're not doing this by yourself. So what we want to do, we're coming up with a whole thing, starting now towards the end of the semester, and it's called Conversations with Your Reps. And Jeremiah, he's actually going to kick off the first one. It's going to be held in phase, and pretty much it's going to be to where all the student leaders, and we want Senate, the judicial branch, and the executive branch to all come together, and we're going to go to every residential hall around here, just be face-to-face and more personable with the students. Just let them know that we're here for them and to hear their suggestions and stuff that they have. So that's one thing, too. And there's a big governor race that's coming up, a very important, I'm not going to get all in that, but we're very focused on voter registration right now. So be on the lookout for that, utilizing our athletics. We have a lot of baseball games and softball games coming up, so we're going to be doing some things at those games as well. So just be on the lookout for that, yes. And I'm in my office all the time, so if you have any suggestions to the student body, feel free to stop by. But thank you. Y'all have a great evening.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have Senator Jay Carter.
Good evening, everyone. I said good evening. Y'all wake up.
Good evening.
All right, much better. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, like Vice President Sawyer alluded to, we do have a big governor's race coming up, and myself and Mr. Smith have been doing some work in the background, and it's official. On April 24th, we will be hosting a gubernatorial forum here. The candidates, that was a part of one of my plan of actions, is to get FAMU students more active politically. And the candidates for governor who I'm going to send an invitation to are Andrew Gillum, Gwen Graham, Adam Putnam, Chris King, Philip Levine, and Ron DeSanctis. We're inviting both Republicans and Democrats to come here on this campus. Like I said, the date will be April 24th. The time will be 7:30. The location will be in Lee Hall. There will be a meet and greet from 6 to 7 p.m. We're going to invite some students. We're going to invite the FAMU College Dems, and we're going to invite FAMU Student Government Association to be a part of that meet and greet. So be on the lookout, student body and senators and executive branch members, for details on that. That is something that I am looking forward to. And come prepared with your questions. We're going to be doing a little workshop on what type of questions you want to ask, and we're going to try and vet those questions. Also, like Vice President Sawyer said, we're going to kick off conversations with your SGA reps. We said next Tuesday in phase. So since phase now has an extension with METS, we're going to actually have dinner with them. So we want to invite students to come and have dinner with us and share their concerns. Also, I did send out an email to the executive branch and senators about a concern that a student had. I did receive a reply back from the SGA Vice President and our Secretary of Student Welfare. I'm not going to go in depth with the letter because I trust that you all read it, and I'm hoping that you all will send me some good feedback. But the student sent a thorough concern out. I met him a few weeks ago, and being that he works on Monday, so he won't be able to come to a Senate meeting, but he is willing to come to an E-branch meeting. I'm going to forward his contact information to our Secretary of Student Welfare and our Student Government Vice President. If anyone wants a copy of that letter, I'll be more than happy to send it out. And that's it.
Anyone else, SOC Chairman? All right, thank you. I'll move on to point K, ANS agency reports. Senator Jean Baptiste, here's the band report, so you can present it.
Yeah, we can add it. Yeah.
What?
And your point is?
It's ANS reports don't really have to be on there. Yeah, they don't have to be outlined. It's just ANS reports. It's like, yeah, it's like with speakers and lobbying. Yeah, it's like with speakers and lobbying because you don't put the names on there.
Decorum, Senator Baptiste, you have the floor.
Y'all heard my chairwoman? Okay. Yeah, so for my agency, I had, for the ANS reports, I had the March of 100, same agency I had from last year, and it's basically the same from the fall expenditures that they made from last year as well. So they had Met's Culinary for band pre-drills, and that was a lot of money because, you know, they have to feed them the whole time. That itself was about $27,000. They had Sherwin Williams, the field marking paint, you know, so they could, you know, line their stuff up right when they make formations and stuff like that. Yeah. They had Music Masters, that's the instrument repairs, you know, to fix the instruments and stuff so we don't look busted and dusted out there. They had Hall Insurance, that's the insurance for the trailer they just got. The Midwest Clinic, that was the booth rental they had for the fall, I believe. And all of those are all the expenditures they made during the fall, and they started with the balance of $66,556. They spent $37,988, and their ending balance from the time this was filled out was $28,567. And the events that they used most of these things at was at Family Day, Korean Day at the Capitol, the President's Concert, Spring Commencement, and the South Florida Tour. So yeah.
Any questions for Senator Jean-Baptiste on his report on the Marching 100? All right, seeing none, thank you so much. Oh yeah, you can hold it till Natalie comes back. We'll send the engineer comes back. Now we want to point L, University Liaison Reports. We have none. We want to point M, second roll call. I think it's Secretary now on the floor.
The quorum, first warning.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter, Senator Clines, Senator Snipes, Senator Dumas, Senator Hansberry, Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator Sears, Senator Myers, Senator Strong, Senator D. Ford, Senator D. Jackson, Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Knox, Senator Miller,
Here.
Senator Jean-Baptiste,
Here.
Senator Antinor, Senator Hall,
Present.
Senator J. Jackson,
Present.
Senator Rios, Senator Eden, Senator Osborne, Pro Temp Morissette, Senate President Ford.
President. Now move on to point N, confirmations. Senator Miller, now the floor.
Hello, everybody. Again, I'm Christopher Miller, second year broadcast journalism student from Orlando, Florida. And tonight we're going to have 4 individuals coming up for confirmation, 2 for E branch and 2 for L branch. So are all of the nominees here? I see Veronica, I see Corey, I see Teresa. Is Tariq here? Or Tariq? Nope. You're right. Okay, so we're just gonna go with could Veronica stay inside and come up to the lectern, please? And could Corey and Teresa step out in the hallway and we'll come out and get you when we're ready for you? Thank you, guys.
Really noted. Really noted.
Corey, could you close the door behind you? Thank you. Okay. Hello, Miss Veronica. How are you? Well, Miss Smalls, I'm sorry. How are you? I'm Christopher Miller, the Vice Chair of ENA. And this evening, you're going to go through a 2-minute opening, a 10-minute question and answering period, and then a 2-minute closing. And yeah. So, just to be correct, you're coming out for the deputy, the Secretary of State, deputy. Okay, great. Okay. So you can start with your 2-minute opening.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Veronica Smalls, a 4th-year biology student from Atlanta, Georgia. I am going after the Deputy Secretary of State position. This is something that I'm very passionate about. I love event planning. I love meeting new people, and I love working with a team. 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I have been involved as a freshman. I was elected as my assistant vice president. And it's basically the same job duties as the Deputy Secretary of State. I was able to work with our class vice president and president and help develop their platform. Again, that's something that's close to that. With homecoming, I have to work with someone to bring a BET homecoming performance. And that was a big event that I did during homecoming. And I have not met with anyone yet, but any events that are coming up, I am looking forward to, planning and getting ready to work for this position.
All right. Okay. So now we're gonna move into the 10-minute question and answering period. Okay. Um, what are the duties of your position?
Okay, so you're supposed to host events. You are supposed to create the fine line between welcoming and the visitors and guests. You meet with different FAMU dictionaries and plan events. Basically, one of your job duties is to assist the vice president and president, and again serve as royal court with Mrs.
Okay. How will you go about interacting with other HBCUs?
Okay, so I know that there are certain procedures and protocols that needs to be followed. I will reach out to them to see, depending on the event that we looking to plan. Basically, seeing like the budget, looking at whether or not the facilities are available for you, and just going to see about how we can learn from other HBCUs and bring forth to what they have to offer us, and to see if we can exchange knowledge, vice versa.
Okay, what will you bring to the table that would make you best for this position?
I'm very creative. I'm well organized. I do like speaking with people. I do like meeting other people, and I feel like my personality. And once you all get to know me and work with me, you will kind of get a better feel for who I am as a person. But as far as this position goes, I'm very creative. I love planning ambience, and I love like bringing my creative side to the table.
What are one of your initiatives or multiple that you plan to see with this position? Like,
so one of my initiatives is basically using this platform to basically like create that fine line between students and administrations or your student body government. Once people do get in these positions, they just take the leadership role and kind of not work with any students. However, my initiative is to actually get out there and work for the student body government and see what I can bring. Again, I have not spoken with anyone, but once I do or able to get involved, then I will try to put my best foot forward to making anything happen for the Student Body Government Association.
how will you go about improving the view of SGA and how people see us?
As a whole or as an individual?
As a whole.
As a whole, I haven't heard anything negative about SGA. However, I can be accountable for my actions and making sure if I do hear anything negative towards SGA to basically give them an overview of what's actually going on, so that they can feel more welcoming and know that the Student Body Government Association is working for the students in the campus.
Please maintain the quorum during her confirmation.
Why do you want this position?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it allows you to get involved and again have that communication between the students and administration. This is something I'm passionate about. I have done this before with or without this position. I will still be involved. I will still try to see how I can work with different event planners, because this is something I've been passionate about since freshman year of college.
Senators, do you mind looking up while she's doing her confirmation? Thanks. But I now I yield my time to the floor.
Senator Jay Carter.
If there are no further questions for Ms. Veronica Smalls, I move that we accept this candidate for the position of Deputy Secretary and bypass the pro-con debate.
There's probably been a second to accept this candidate and bypass the pro and con debate. Is there any witness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by a sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Acting Student Secretary, you now have the floor.
Senator Jay Carter.
Highly in favor of.
Senator Climes. 4. Senator 4. Senator Dumas. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. 4. Senator Myers. 4. Senator Strong. 4. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller.
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste. Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Eden. Senator Osborne.
4.
Pro Tem Morissette. 24, 1 abstention, 0 against. Oh, Senator Lamar. 21 for, 0 abstention, 0 against.
Congratulations.
Okay, well, Ms. Smalls, you have the option of a 2-minute closing. You can take it if you would like, or you don't have to.
Well, I do want to just say thank you for appointing me this position, and again, I will do anything in my power to help you all succeed as the Student Body of Government Association. So thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Pro Temp.
Can you check that vote count again?
Yeah, I can.
Teresa.
Jenna, can you check the form, please?
Okay. So next up, we have a freshman senator nominee coming up. We have 2 freshman seats, and we have 2 freshmen coming up tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
What did I say?
Someone go to check.
Okay. Point of information. It was 21 for, 0 abstention, 0 against.
You say 21?
Yeah, 21.
Y'all do know I don't count, right? That I don't like.
I don't have to go here, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it counts a roll call vote.
Okay, so everybody ready? Yeah, we're ready.
Decorum on the dais.
Great.
DNA tree now the floor. Guys, remember, patient, this is a senator, so she'll be sitting with us. I've confirmed tonight, so please pay attention.
Okay. Hi, Miss Jean Louise. How are you? I'm great. Thank you so much. My name is Christopher Miller. Look, Jean.
Carl?
No, you can just. How do you pronounce it?
Teresa Jean Lewis.
Lewis. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm the vice chair, Christopher Miller. I'm acting as the chair right now. I'm conducting an interview today. So the interview is going to start off with a 2-minute opening, a 10-minute question answering period, and a 2-minute closing at the end. Okay. So you can start your 2 minutes whenever you would like to start.
Greetings and humble salutations. I am Teresa Jean Lewis, a first-year agricultural business scholar, hailing from Pompano Beach, Florida. Greetings, Senate President, Senate Pro Tem, and Chairman, and senators. Also, I'm so sorry. It is a pleasure to stand here in front of you all today, and yeah.
All right. So now we're going to move into the 10-minute question and answering period. You ready? Okay. Why do you want this position?
On August 28th, 2017 was my first Senate meeting. I was sitting right there in the corner right here, and I saw what you guys do and the work that you guys putting into changing the campus at FAMU. The hard work that you guys put in till you guys have meetings until midnight, and then some of you guys have 8 a.m. And and the hard work that you guys put in, I want to be able to change certain things. I want to be able to be part of something greater than myself and not just be a regular student, but to be part of something that help students here on campus. So, yeah.
Okay. Who performs job audits in the Senate?
Elections and Appointments Committee.
What is the GPA required to serve as a senator?
2.5.
How much are ANS fees per credit hour?
$10.50.
What senators serve in the summer Senate?
All senators that are enrolled with 6 credit hours.
What is the composition of the Senate?
Senate President, Senate Pro Tem, Judicial and Rules Committee Chairperson, Elections and Appointments Committee Chairperson, Organization and Finance Committee Chairperson, Student Relation Committee Chairperson, ANS Committee, and IDSC.
Okay, so she.
Yeah.
I. She, okay. We'll just come back to that question. What are some of the initiatives you would like to bring to the Senate?
I have 3 initiatives. One of my initiatives is for FAMU SGA and Manners to partner up with Thirst Project. Thirst Project is a nonprofit organization that brings awareness about global water crisis. And that's something we don't talk about here at FAMU or at any HBCU. So if we were to partner up with Thirst Project, we'll be the first HBCU to partner up with them, because when I was in high school, I was in Key Club, and I was in the district position. And Key Club International partnered with Thirst Project, and the project just like grew. And I really believe that if we were to partner up with them, it will benefit our campus, not only now, but also in the future. My second initiative is for FAMU SGA and FSU SGA to partner up with each other. If they, if they have a workshop, we can go to theirs. And if we have a workshop, they can come to ours. And, like things that are going on at their campus, how do they solve it? And things that are going on at our campus, how do we solve it? And together bring ideas. And my third initiative is to bring sexual assault awareness here on campus, because we don't talk about it. We really don't. And it's time for us, for student leaders to tell the victims that we're here for them. Even our friends are getting sexually assaulted. We don't even know that because we put it in the back burner. So, yeah.
Okay, what are the 5 standing committees of the Senate?
The 5 standing committees are Senate Executive Committee, Judicial and Rules Committee, Elections and Appointments Committee, Organization and Finance Committee, and Student Relations Committee.
Who is responsible for taking the minutes at Senate meetings?
Senate Secretary.
Okay, which committee would you like to be a part of and why?
I would like to be in part of Student Relation Committee, reason being that they work closely with the students here on campus, and their job is to basically adhere to the students here on campus. And I want to be able to ask the students here at FAMU, like, what do you want to see here on FAMU? What events? And like actually listen to them, and not just listen to them, just like get out of the other ear, but actually hear them. And not only ask them what do they like, ask them what do they want, and what do they like to see, what new things. Actually listen to the students, not just actually listen to them and put their ideas into action.
Okay, what are 6 duties of a senator?
6 duties of the senators are impeach elected and appointed SGA officials, initiate impeachment proceedings of SGA officers, investigate the use of activity ad service fee of any department or agency of the university, approve and allocate ANS fee fiscal budget of SGA, pass resolution with a majority vote, override or veto by the SGA president by 2/3 of the student senate, propose and take all necessary actions on constitutional amendments.
Okay, so now to go back to that question that we revisited. How many people from each class and as a whole are in the Senate, or are supposed to be in the Senate?
As in like the whole entire Senate?
Just like the whole Senate. Like how many from each class?
8 representatives from 4 classes that shall serve for 2 years, which equals to 1 term, and 3 representatives from the graduate class.
Okay, there we go. I yield my time to the floor.
Yes, Senator McClinton.
So when you spoke about your third initiative about bringing light to sexual, how do you plan to go about it?
I plan on partnering up with Student Health, also I plan to partner with Student Health Center and to start this project of like how can we how can we ask the women and men here on campus to tell their stories? Because I currently live in Paddyfoot, and some people have said that that things like this happen by padded foot. So when I walk home at night by padded foot, I'm scared. So I want to be able to bring that on campus by partnering with student health.
Senator Lamar. Senator Hall.
Hey, Teresa. So my question is, you attended almost every single meeting, and so from what you've seen and observed, what do you think this specific Senate session can work on as far as, I don't know, how we conduct business, initiatives, anything like that? You just observing and being here these past couple of weeks, what do you feel like the Senate can improve on?
You want the honest truth?
I want the honest truth, sis.
Okay. Honestly, I really think you guys should have respect for each other.
Okay.
In a sense where like some people talk over with each other. I understand that you guys are passionate about it, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that there are students here that look up to y'all. So whatever you guys do, when they go home, it sticks in their mind. So some of the things that you guys do, I'm like, yo, just chill. Like there's certain things that are this is a place of business. So I feel like you guys should leave your personal business and your personal feelings out, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with students.
Decorum, please.
So just honestly have respect for each other and actually hear each other and don't talk over each other. And that's like happening right now. That's it.
Thank you.
Senator Lavelle.
As in like their presence on campus? Honestly, it's all about who you follow on social media. In all honesty, in a sense where there are certain events, if there are certain people I didn't follow, like Miss Alexis, if I didn't follow her on Instagram, there are certain events I wouldn't know that's going on. And also there are certain like leaders. You're part of SGA, so whatever's going on within SGA, you're supposed to promote it. But half of you guys don't. So sometimes I don't know what's going on. And then there's like, for example, the town hall meeting.
Decorum, she has the floor.
Okay, would you like to elaborate on your question?
Oh, no, you answered.
Oh, I'm answering it right now? Okay, so basically it's all about who you follow on social media and accountability.
Senator J.J. Carter.
If there are no further questions.
Second.
If there are no further questions for this candidate, I move that we accept Ms. Teresa Jean Lewis for freshman senator and bypass the pro-con debate.
Second.
We'll probably move a second to accept this candidate for freshman senator and bypass the pro and con debate. Is there any writing this at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. I need Senate Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Senator Jay Carter.
Highly in favor.
Senator Climes.
For.
Highly in favor. Senator Dumas.
Highly in favor.
Senator Lamar.
Highly in favor.
Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator Strong. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir.
Highly in favor.
Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller.
Abstain.
Senator G. Baptiste.
For.
Senator Hall.
Highly in favor.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Osborne.
4.
Senator Pro Tem Morissette.
Abstain.
Senator Myers. Senator Miller.
Abstain.
Pro Tem Morissette.
Abstain.
$18 for, 3 abstentions, 0 against.
Oh, well, congratulations. You now have the option of a 2-minute closing.
Thank you guys, and have a great night.
Hey, excuse me. Okay. Which committee would you like to be a part of?
We could do that all after.
We can ask right.
I don't allow that. Just sit down. Thank you. Ooh.
Can somebody go get Corey?
Miss Shanika Moss, do you have the oath or no?
I go get it.
Second.
No.
Decorum.
Yes, Senator Snipes.
I moved to waive 5.02 Senator Tyre.
Second.
About moving away 5.02 Senator Tyre. Is it on readiness? Yes, Senator J. Carter.
Oh, this is something.
Senator Morset.
You guys, this is the last meeting for the month, so instead of waiving the rule, just cough up $3 to IDSC for $1 in the drain.
Oh, no, it was.
Decorum, please. There's a motion on the floor. There's a motion on the floor. Is there any further on readiness at this time? Seeing none, all on floor, please identify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Actually, say secretary roll call vote, please. This has to pass by 2/3 votes, guys.
Senator J. Carter. 4. Senator Clynes. Senator Dumas. 4. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. 4. Senator Seniors. 4. Senator Myers. 4. Senator Strong. 4. Senator D. Jackson. 4. Senator Plaisir. 4. Senator Williams. 4. Senator Young. 4. Senator Miller.
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
4.
Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Osborne.
4.
Pro Tem Morset.
4.
21 for, 0 against.
Congratulations. Dress code has been waived. Senators back will now enter. Senator, you let's go sit on the front row. Yes, SJVP will do it after this one because that way you can just do it at one time. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, hi, Mr. Watts. How are you?
I'm good. How
Or
are you?
Watt, I'm sorry. I'm good. My name is Christopher Miller. I'm the acting vice chair of the ENA committee. Wait, I'm the acting chair of the ENA committee. This evening, you're going to have the option of a 2-minute opening, 10-minute question and answer period, and a 2-minute closing, okay?
Go ahead.
And you can start your 2-minute opening whenever you would like.
Good evening to the 47 Student Senate and the members of the gallery. I am Corey D. Watt, a second year by paper, first year by experience, pre-nursing student from Miramar, Florida, which is in Broward County. And I am eager, ready to learn, and humbly vying to serve as one of the 8 senators on the 47 Student Senate.
All right. So, why do you want this position?
I would like to be a senator to help the student body grow in the way that I believe that this school should grow. Upon arrival at Florida A&M University, I would have applied for this position when the opportunity came about, but due to unforeseen circumstances and the way of life, I was unable to do so. And now I believe that through the experience and the strength of my grandmother, I'm ready to serve my student body.
Okay. How much are ANS fees per credit hour?
$10.50.
What are 6 duties of a senator?
6 duties of a senator. One would be to establish means in which a student body can actively participate in formulating policies that govern the students here at Florida A&M University, override a veto done by the SGA president with 2/3 vote, initiate impeachment proceeding for a SGA officer, and propose and take all necessary actions on constitutional amendments. Five? I think I said 5. And one more would be to approve and allocate ANS fees to organization that is up and running for that amount of money.
What are the 5 standing committees?
5 standing committees of the Student Senate would be the Student Executive Committee, Judicial and Rules Committee, Elections and Appointments Committee, Student Relations Committee, and the Organization and Finance Committee.
Who's responsible for taking minutes at the Senate meeting?
Student Secretary. Sorry, Senate Secretary.
Which committee would you like to be a part of and why?
I would like to be part of Elections and Appointments Committee due to previous involvement in SGA. I would like to have a say-so into who would be joining the Student Government Association. I personally, due to my experience, would like members who are dedicated and voted and are ready to serve, not more for I want to say that word, so a more of a social position, but you actually want to make moves and see a change in the university in which other students would like to see.
What is the GPA required to serve as a senator?
2.5.
What is the GPA required to serve in a Senate leadership position, such as president or pro temp?
A 2.8.
When are sophomore Senate elections?
Technically, a freshman senator is allowed to serve 2 years, but a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, a sophomore senator election would be done in the spring if a seat is open.
That's a weird question. Yeah. Okay. Are you willing? No. Who are the parliamentarians of the Senate?
Parliamentarian of the Senate would be the J&R chair and the Senate president.
Who conducts job audits in the Senate?
ENA chair, Elections and Appointments chair.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. What initiatives would you like to bring to the Senate?
One initiative that I would like to bring to the Senate, I know that Senator Dumas is doing a mental health type of initiative that I've seen you doing. Yeah, somewhere along that lines. But I personally want to do a project. I want to pair with Project Alive, which is a program that helps families who have sons that have Hunter syndrome, which is a generic disorder that they don't have an enzyme that breaks down the waste in their body. So through this program, it raises awareness about things that you can do to have a better pregnancy. Not everything you can prevent, but some things you can't prevent, there are ways to do so. Another one would be, I've spoken to some females around the campus and also males, and they believe that they would like to see a safe bus. So if need be, our campus is small, but I'm pretty sure we can work together and find some ways to make sure that the young ladies and young men of this campus are safe. And another one would be to provide a way of transportation in which students are able to go to a grocery store, probably Walmart, or I know there is a new grocery store being built right down the street. Either we can fund a bus, find a driver, into which students will be able to go to the grocery store at least once a month and gather all the groceries that they need for a month time period.
How do you work with the team?
I believe I'm a team person. There's no I in really anything. You can't really do things by yourself. It's always good to have another member there with you to help you along the way, financially, mentally, physically. And I believe that I'm one of those people that are motivators and will strive and move somebody to do the job that they wish to do and achieve.
I use my time to the floor.
Senator Antonor.
Hi, Corey. My question to you is, if you had to choose between being a leader and a follower, what would you choose? And why?
I would choose to be a leader due to the fact that I'm a naturally born leader, but I believe that a leader can also follow in the steps of the people that are helping him move forward. So, not necessarily being a full blown leader, but you can also take advice and, advice from the people that are behind you to help you lead. So, everybody's a leader. You're probably just a chairperson, but in a sense, everybody's a leader and everybody has a voice and opinion.
Senator Rios.
So what do you said you want to be a leader? What type of leadership roles have you taken on campus besides the one that you're trying to
On campus wise, this would probably be my first established campus position. I don't
follow up?
Well, granted.
So what makes you feel like you are the best candidate for the Senate?
The best candidate, I personally would not say myself. I don't know who else was interviewed. I do know that previous experience and previous positions that I've had have helped me and shaped me, equipped and ready to serve as a freshman senator. Previously, I was the SGA president at my high school, and I also served as the class president for 3 years. And prior to that, I'm also due to that experience, I moved on to being a JC, which is a junior counselor at Southwood Leadership Training Camp, where I teach students from all over the state how to become better leaders and use the experience that you've had previously.
And so, what do you know? Pro and con debate.
I'll probably move a second to accept this candidate and skip pro and con debate. Is anyone writing this at this time? Senator Seniors. You rescind the maker rescind his motion?
Is it gonna change? Is it gonna change your? Nah. Well, I mean. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I rescind my motion.
Motion has been rescinded. Senator Seniors.
Probably the third on my list.
Senator Dumas.
I'm gonna ask you this question being that this is SGA and you took this determination without the position, why?
I had a feeling I was going to get that question again. Okay. So I've asked this question to student leaders when I was, I am a junior counselor, forever will be. When the time comes and I'm at camp and I look at these students for the first time and I say, what makes you think that just because you have a position, you can't do the same thing as a regular student? If not confirmed today, the initiatives that I have will be done, whether I am a student senator or not. It's just the fact of when you actually have a leadership position, it kind of waives the bylaws, and then you get the more group effort and help with the other leaders, and they can also help you to revise and fix what you want to do and make it more of an action versus a plan. So that's more of a reason why I always seek towards a leadership position, and also as a leader, you can kind of skip, bylaws and everything. Well, that's how it was in Broward County.
Senator Jay Carter.
If there's no further questions for Mr. Corey Potts, I move that we accept this candidate for the position of freshman senator and bypass the pro-con debate.
Second.
There's a probably a second to accept this candidate and bypass the pro and con debate. Is anyone writing this at this time? Yes, Senator Lamar.
In the motion, he said there's no further question. Senator, I asked for making the motion to rescind the motion.
Okay, Mr. Watt, your time period has expired. That's a part of the question and answer period.
Yeah, so no. So the maker of his motion rescind his motion?
No, I cannot.
Maker does not rescind his motion. We have enough. Yes, Senator McClinton.
Just like
Wait, no, he didn't rescind it, so I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, this is on readiness.
Okay.
Enough that I'm unavailable to just you got interested. Yeah. And not nothing against you. I had
I did not rescind my motion.
The motion is still not rescinded. See how, is there any further unreadiness at this time? All right. All right. Senator Clem, do you have any unreadiness? No? Okay. Seeing there's no further unreadiness, all in favor of accepting this candidate and bypassing the pro and con debate, please identify by a sign divine.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Now moving on to a roll call vote. Acting Secretary down on the floor.
Senator Jay Carter. Senator Climes. Highly in favor. Senator Dumas. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Singers. Senator Myers. Senator Strong. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller.
Abstain.
Senator Jean Baptiste. Senator Antonor. Senator Hall.
Abstain.
Senator J. Jackson.
For.
Senator Rios.
Abstain.
Senator Osborne. Pro Tem Morset.
Abstain.
Senator Miller.
Abstain.
Senator Jean Baptiste. Senator Hall.
Abstain.
Senator Rios.
Abstain.
Pro Tem Morset.
Abstain.
I'm the chair.
17 for, 0 against, 5 abstentions.
Congratulations.
You now have the option of a 2-minute closing if you would like to take it.
I need 2 minutes. I'd like to say thank you to the 47 Student Senate. I'm ready to serve along my freshman senators, and basically, let's get ready. Let's work. Thank you.
Now can the SGA Vice President please come up to swear in the 2 new senators? No, not right now. All right, can you come up, podium with him?
Watch your head.
No, just them 2.
Yeah.
Please come on the top, DS. SGA Vice President now on the floor to swear in the 2 new senators. Raise your right hand, please.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Corey Watt.
Solemnly swear to defend.
Do solemnly
Wait,
swear.
I'm sorry. Do solemnly swear to defend, uphold, and abide by.
Do solemnly swear to defend, uphold, and abide by
The Constitution and statutes of the Student Government Association.
the Constitution and statutes of the Student Government Association
And the policies of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University.
and the policies of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University,
And to faithfully execute the responsibility of the Student Senate to the best of my ability.
and to faithfully execute the responsibility
I'm sorry, of the Student Senate to the best of my ability.
of the Student Senate to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Student Secretary, can you add those 2 to the roll? At the very top, the first 2. It should be Senator Watts and Senator Jean Lewis. I was just informed by Senator Rios that the Tariq Kennedy is outside. So
Right. Can somebody go get him?
yes, Senator. Granted. Senator Strong. Granted. Senator Plaisir. Granted. And I do have quorum.
Hi, Mr. Siddiq. How are you today?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm good. Thank you so much. My name is Christopher Miller. I'm the Vice Chair of the Election and Appointments Committee, and I'll be conducting your interview today. So you have the option of a 2-minute opening, a 10-minute question and answering period, and a 2-minute closing. And you can start your 2 minutes whenever you want to start.
Okay. Okay, so I am Tariq Sadiq, a third-year business student from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been involved in and around campus. I've had several internships, one with a real estate development company in Atlanta, where I worked with finance and marketing on several affordable housing real estate developments. I've had an internship with the university libraries where I did marketing, and I'm currently working as a resident assistant in Gibbs Hall, and I am on tap for an internship this summer with Ford. So one thing about me, which is why I applied for this position, is that I love business, entrepreneurship, and finance. So I would like to use what I know and what I've learned over the past several years of my life to help promote and enhance the economic empowerment and financial literacy of the student body.
All right, thank you. So now we're going to move into the 10-minute question and answer portion, okay?
Okay.
Okay, what are the duties of this position?
So first, of course, the duty is to promote economic empowerment among the student body. And in doing that, I would hold programs to educate clubs and organizations about how to how to fundraise to supplement the money provided to them by SGA. I'll hold programs to help teach the student body about personal finance and how to manage their economics while they're here at school. Then I will work to make corporate partnerships for SGA and SGA events. And finally, I will network with the community and build community partnerships with local businesses to help give students economic incentives to go to certain businesses around Tallahassee.
Are you involved in the Tallahassee community?
Yes, I would say so. I volunteer at mainly Domi Station. I work with them a lot. I do hackathons and case studies in and around Tallahassee. So I've been able to network with a lot of students and professionals in the local area.
Okay, what initiatives do you have prepared for the students?
So I call my program Hustle Hire because we all know that we know people who call their businesses hustles, but I want to help change these hustles to actual businesses. So what I want to do first is to promote group economics. I see a lot of people in and around FAMU who do the same thing but do it independently. And I believe that if we work together and share knowledge, resources, and our networks, we'll be able to do what we're already doing but much more efficiently. So in doing that, I will also, that's the main thing. And then I will create programs to help educate students about financial literacy, personal finance, budgeting, and most importantly, building wealth, long-term wealth. That's something that a lot of minorities are derelict in right now. And I will also work to build a directory of startup funding for businesses that students want to start. So whether it be apps or just, phone repair or t-shirts, every business needs capital. So I work to to collect money from local businesses to help promote local student entrepreneurship. I will also yes, those are my plans.
How do you plan to get students out to your program Hustle Higher? Like, how would you advertise it?
Well, of course, I would go through the normal routes, such as making a flyer, doing it through GroupMe. But I also know that it's hard to get people out to your events. I'm an RA, and we need to do events once a month. That's pretty hard. So I will also do aggressive word of mouth. Word of mouth is very effective, in my opinion. So I will work to put the word out myself and leverage other people in my network to put the word out too.
Okay. How do you plan on getting students connected with businesses around the Tallahassee community?
So first, I'll make sure that, I'll first create a directory of student-owned businesses and student-run businesses here at FAMU, and then I will create a directory of local small businesses around Tallahassee, and I want to connect the students with similar small businesses around the community. So if somebody repairs phones on campus, I want to connect them to a phone repair shop, and they can help each other out, mentorship, give advice, help with like certain particulars about the business that they might be having trouble with, help them to do what they do, but do it better.
What's your major?
I'm a business major.
Okay, and do you think that you could balance being an RA and this position?
Most definitely. The first semester of me being an RA might have been a little rough, but this is my second semester, and I pretty much have it down packed.
Okay, I use my time to the floor.
Senator Eden.
How does this department relate to what you want to do? Your future endeavors.
So, like I said, I am a big entrepreneurship person, and this department will, or one thing that I'm very passionate about is like empowering minorities, Black people, to create their own businesses. And I see this position and department as an excellent outlet to start at a great starting point.
Senator Hall.
Hello.
Hey.
Are you aware of the initiatives of our current Secretary of Economic, is it Economic Development? Economic Development?
I am semi-aware. We've known each other for a while, and we've worked together on various projects with DOMI and around the community, hackathons, etc. So I was here for her confirmation, and I heard her initiatives, and I've seen her work, but I can't give it to you verbatim.
Okay. Follow up.
Follow-up granted. Senator Eden, please take pro tem.
So, if you're confirmed tonight, what's the next step? As far as hitting the ground running with your own initiatives, I believe Megan Gamboa is our Secretary of Economic Development. Ms. Gamboa's initiatives, what's the next step after tonight if you're confirmed?
So the next step, I know that the semester is about halfway over. So, and then there's the gaps in spring break, and then when it comes to finals week, things just kind of get lost. So I want to hold at least one financial literacy event, do one of my initiatives, and help Megan accomplish some of hers.
Thank you.
Percy, can you please get the door? Senator Rios.
How's it going, Tariq? So you spoke about, a financial literacy seminar. I plan on having one this semester before I graduate. what type of things would you want to bring to the students, or what type of topics would you want to bring up in that seminar if you were able to attend?
So,
Whatever you.
are you asking what I want to bring to your program?
No, whatever you would bring to a financial literacy seminar.
So I would, first of all, budgeting. Like that's a very, very important thing to learn. Investment, because a lot of students get refund checks and they blow it when they could really invest it into something better, or use it to make more money and be more profitable in the long run. Some students are dependent, some aren't, but I believe that taxes are a good topic of choice, and entrepreneurship, of course.
Senator Klein.
Earlier you mentioned your experience as a assistant and how hard it is to run teachers and just regular events. Even within the School of Business and Industry, it's hard to get business students to come out to some CFO events. So, coming from your experience as an RA and your experience in finance, what do you think is the biggest impediment or obstacle that keeps students from having interest in finance, and how do you plan on overcoming that obstacle and showing students, the campus at large, that finance is important to not just business students, but essentially all the students on the campus?
That's a great question. Well, first of all, to get people out the programs, I've thought about it, and I want to partner with various organizations. So I've seen organizations on campus partner with very popular other organizations, and the turnout is usually very good. So that's one thing I want to do. The second thing is I want to. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet. I want to do some type of like marketing campaign to promote the importance of personal finance, because this is something that a lot of people were not taught before they came here, and don't even know that they need to know it, unconscious incompetence. So that is something that I don't see as a legitimate issue and a barrier, but I plan to tackle it.
Your time period has expired. Senator Snipes.
I move to accept this candidate and bypass the pro and con debate.
Second. There'll probably be a second to accept this candidate and bypass the pro and con debate. Is there a readiness at this time to the main motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Now move on to a roll call vote. I can send the secretary now at the floor.
Senator Watts. Senator Jean Lewis. Senator Jay Carter. 4. Senator Climbs. 4. Highly in favor. Senator Dumas. 4. Senator Lamar.
Highest in favor.
Senator LaVille.
4.
Senator McClinton.
Highly in favor.
Senator Seniors. Senator Myers.
4.
Senator Strong. Senator D. Jackson.
4.
Senator Williams.
4.
Senator Young.
4.
Senator Knox. Senator Miller.
Abstain.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
4.
Senator Antinor.
In favor.
Senator Hall.
Highly in favor of.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
Highest in favor.
Senator Eden.
4.
Senator Osborne.
4.
Senator Miller.
Abstain.
Point of order. Just skip.
Yeah.
Skip who?
B. Carter.
Oh. Senator B. Carter. 24, 1 abstention, 0 against.
Okay, well, congratulations, Mr. CD. You now have the option of a 2-minute closing.
Okay. So you've heard my intro and my points, and I reiterate that entrepreneurship is one of my passions, and in this position, I will work my hardest to increase the economic empowerment of the student body.
Thank you. Senators in the back will now enter. Senator, granted, girl. Jean Baptiste, Tech Diaz. Dumas. Granted, you can go. Mr. Jean Baptiste. Yes, Senator J. Carter. Granted.
Yeah, it was. But it's not on.
Point of inquiry. OFC chair, how much is it unallocated? What did you say? 16? Oh,
You said 26.
Yeah, I said 26. I didn't go all the way down on the Excel file, so it's 16 there. Well, it would be 16 if this passed. The quorum. The first year experience. Or is it the undergraduate research? Which is only 1,700 dollars.
Yes, Senator Miller.
Senator Myers, can you take the chair, please, for a few minutes?
Senator Clem, you know.
Go to files card. Files. Oh, no, it wouldn't be, well, yeah. It's unfinished.
Starting from the second whereas clause. Wait, no,
Go ahead.
that's the wrong bill.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Starting from the second whereas clause, the undergraduate research organization, URO, exists to bring undergraduate students, graduate students, professors, and staff together to further research at Florida A&M University at the undergraduate level. URO's mission is to promote undergraduate education and research experience by allowing students to gain research experience in and outside of Florida A&M University, to display their research at conferences in A&M University, and to allow students to have more access to internships outside of FAMU, and to prepare students for graduate work, for graduate school and the real world. And whereas a lack of funding from the School of the Environment hinders URO from properly representing themselves and FAMU at the upcoming Nexus Conference and International Summit, where students will have the opportunity to further their research development by collaborating with industry experts, state and federal policymakers, large corporations, and competing students. This lack of funding also obstructs URO's efforts in attracting and retaining student and facility participation. And whereas the undergraduate research organization prepares its students by placing them in closed settings with experts in their respective fields. The knowledge students gain from these meetings, coupled with the resources of the professors and staff, allow students to distinguish themselves from their counterparts in competing programs. Therefore, be it appropriated $1,780 to fund shirts, banners, badges, and awards for the students and faculty of the School of the Environment's undergraduate research organization.
Now, this is on second reading, so you guys can amend, strike out, or approve. Senator Morissette. Senator Lamar.
All right, just me personally, saying I'm a student, reason one for the NSV, student NSV, I don't agree with using NSVs to buy professors' shirts. They professional, this person their own shirt.
Senator Hall.
My question is for the organization. Do you have a number or like a count of what number is faculty and what number is student, so that we can see as far as
There are currently 34 students in the organization, but since they're continuing to growing, that 50 number was to encompass the
Point of information. The quantity was originally 100 for the shirts, and I think for it was 100 for the shirts. So then when we asked them how many students are in the organization, they said 34. So we just cut it down to 100 just to cut costs. So yeah, to 50. My bad.
It was originally 100 for both, and it was cut to 50.
Okay, follow up.
Follow granted.
So there's 34 students.
Last time we said 30.
It's growing.
Last time there was only 34. That included the ones that actually sent an application. We actually have 9 more that joined and have sent in the application, and so that number is going to around 41.
Follow up.
Follow granted.
So would the shirts be going to the students, and then are like faculty going to pay for their shirts? I'm just seeing an issue that the Senate might have with funding faculty.
Yeah, the shirts are mainly for the students. Like the shirts are for the students.
So would you mind if I change it on here?
Yes, Senator Antonar.
What's the purpose behind? I just want to know, like, how do you guys plan to recognize a member of the year, student of the year, and what's the difference between member and student?
We're just gonna go ahead and strike out the member part down here where it says to recognize URL member of the year, and just
Well, that's
the member that was referring to the faculty help for any doctorate or professionals in this area who decided to come down and help.
Okay, would y'all be purchasing like a bottle?
Senator Eden.
Well, I'm actually inactive in this club, but from my freshman year, let me tell you the difference about. Oh, that's my mentee over there. So member of the year is technically a person who's active in the research they did. They get presented that research. They get presented that award. But in student, they might not necessarily be a part of the organization, but their research that they did and the recognition they got from it, you get what I'm saying? They'll recognize that student as well.
So how are they?
So technically, the student might not be.
So how did they get recognized?
No. Well, probably that's for a award plaque or something. That's for an award plaque, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's for an award plaque. Yeah, that's how they get recognized.
I have a question. You just changed T-shirts to badges.
No, that wasn't t-shirts. T-shirts on
The top line was the shirts. The bottom line where it said for student. It got messed up in translation from my laptop to it said initially said badges for.
It never said shirt.
Yeah, the top line is the name that said shirts. Bottom said.
Not even on the Senate floor right now. Just said students.
Yeah, it just said for students.
Senator Lamar.
Seeing that the shirts will only be going for a student to go on professors, they don't actually
Second.
The front moving second to pass this piece of legislation. Is there any rightness at this time? Seeing none. Yes, Marcette.
My only greatness is that Senator he raised that in the first draft, format.
Put it in the back of my out enter. Can't vote. He just walked in. Seeing no further rightness, yes, Senator Morissette.
So sorry. And also this bill went through K&R and he gave a recommendation to the bill. If you could strike out or if you could erase and faculty in the therefore clause.
Therefore.
And also if you can add the number at the top.
Morissette, do you want to just come here and do it? No, I'm just saying, like, cause, no, not to be like mean. I'm just saying, do you want to do it?
What's the bill number?
It's right there. It saves at the top.
All right.
It's at the top. It's in the save like the file name. Motion.
No, Tully, you had to do all of that. Go back to. You could have just centered it.
Jay and I, Chair, isn't there a motion on the floor?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, there is. It's gonna way better. Same thing. I like all three.
There's a motion on the floor.
Thank you. Is there any further rightness at this time to the motion? Seeing no further rightness to the motion, all in favor, please verify by a sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Roll call vote. Senate Secretary.
Senator Watts. Senator G. Lewis. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter. Senator Climbs. For Senator Lamar.
That's it. That means yes.
Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator Strong. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller. Senator Jean Baptiste. Senator Antonor.
Yes.
Senator Hall.
In favor.
Senator J. Jackson. Senator Rios. Senator Eden. Senator Pro Tem Morissette. Senator Miller. (24), 1 abstention, 0 against.
Again.
Congrats.
you guys. Senator Climbs talk to him after the meeting, that we all can get everything simplified and give it to Ms. Mary in a timely fashion. Now move on to the next bill, SAB 18 SP-001, Article 1 and Article 7 amendments. Could the author please approach the podium at this time?
Point of inquiry, Senator Antonor, did you get JNR's revisions or recommendations?
These are the records. This is the updated bill. It was sent to me, so these are the updated. Yes, these are the updated ones from JNR.
Point of information before we pass this, make sure you add the bill code, the bill number and all that on there, please.
Greetings, all. Point of information. Never mind. Okay. Starting from the second whereas, it is also the duty of the Student Senate of the Student Government Association to ensure that our governing documents elucidate the facilitation of best practices and procedures so that our student body may be well served. And whereas the Florida A&M University Student Body Constitution is arguably outdated and inconsistent with the student body statutes and do not, in fact, elucidate the facilitation of best practices for student processes as they are now, and whereas it is imperative that we, the legislative body of the Student Government Association, work to provide a whole, cohesive, logical, and practical set of governing documents that can thrive for years to come. Now, therefore, be it enacted. Article 1 and 7, 1 and 7, elected non-governmental representatives and, what? It says Article 7 and 8. And elections of officers be amended as follows.
Yes.
Is it title? I mean, is it Article 6 instead of Article 7 and 8?
Engineer, because I'm just going off of what was given to me in the bill transmittal form.
Decorum, y'all. Just hold on.
Okay.
Decorum, please. Senator Engineer has the floor.
All right.
Decorum, Senator Lamar.
So I guess the revisions made by the Judicial and Rules Committee was basically small things. Scroll down. Okay, it says, should any member of the class attendance, King, Queen, or Green, for any reason become unable to serve, the advisor of the Royal Court shall notify the Electoral Commissioner. Instead of he/she shall notify the Electoral Commission, which makes sense. The first runner-up is in the spring elections. Preceding the reign of the respective offices shall fill the vacancy if the runner-up is unable or unwilling to serve in the necessary capacity. Special election shall be held upon approval of the Student Senate with a 2/3 vote, which is customary to what happens anyway. Okay, election for freshman class president, vice president, freshman attendant, graduate attendant, freshman senators, and the graduate senators shall be held during the second week of September, the fall fall semester of each year or the second Tuesday in September, except in case deemed necessary by the EC with a 2/3 vote of the student senate. That happened. During the period when the SGA vice president-elect is determined and until aforementioned date that he or she assumes office, the SGA vice president-elect will only be empowered to formulate the homecoming steering committee as prescribed in Title 16 of the Student System of Student Body Statutes. Freshman graduate attendants shall assume their reign of office immediately upon the results of fall election and shall serve until after last day of finals in the spring semester of their elected academic year.
Are there any questions? Are you done reading it?
Question.
All right, Senator Jackson. Do I have quorum, JNR chair? Or acting JNR chair?
You count for
17 is quorum.
All right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we do.
Granted.
Does anyone have any questions about this bill?
Any questions regarding this bill? Keep in mind this bill has been on the floor for about a month now and it's gone through JNR. The blue are JNR's recommendations. So, seeing no questions, I will. Senator Carter.
I move that we accept this piece of legislation.
Second.
Second.
It has properly been moved and second to accept this piece of legislation. Is there any unreadiness? I believe Senator Eden has unreadiness. All right, Senator Hall.
I'm still trying to make sure that the articles line up. So
Senator Hall, Senator Hall, they do. I went ahead and checked. This article's, yeah, it's 6 and 7.
Okay, so we can change it.
Keep in mind that there's a motion on the floor. So Senator Hall, if you could change the second one to article. Just go to the second line. And is there any more unreadiness? All right. Those in favor dignify by a sign of aye. All opposed, nay. Roll call vote, Acting Senate Secretary.
Senator Watts or Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
4.
Senator Clives.
I leave it.
4. Senator Dumas. 4. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. 4. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers.
4.
Senator Strong. Senator Lazier. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller. 4. Senator G. Baptiste.
4.
Senator Antonor.
In favor.
Senator Hall.
In favor.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Pro Tem Eden.
Senator Myers, can you turn off the mics for SRC and
Cheers. 21 for 0 against abstentions. Yeah, that might wasn't on.
congratulations, your motion passed. The bill passed.
21 for 0 against 0 abstentions.
Acting JNR chairman. Okay, so it's 21. Can I get a count of how many people are here? Senator Miller, can you do me a favor? Can you unplug the mics on that end right there? Yeah, all of them. Just unplug all of them. Just pull them out. Thank you so much. All right, would the author of CAB 18SP-002 approach the podium? That is myself. Senator Carter, take the chair.
Yes, Senator James Baptiste.
You're not recognized. Yes, Senator Jean Baptiste. Do we have quorum? Granted. Senator Seniors, you had a question? Okay.
All right, starting from the second whereas clause, whereas it is also the duty of the Student Senate of the Student Government Association to ensure that our governing documents elucidate the facilitation of same language. We can just go to the chunk of the bill, Senator Hall. All right, so pretty much the only things that were changed in the executive branch article was point B under the powers of the SGA Vice President, because in the statutes we added Title 16, the Homecoming Steering Committee, and the SGA Vice President serves as the chairperson for the Homecoming Steering Committee. So in an attempt to update our Constitution and to match our statutes, I put that in the SGA Vice President's duties. And if you scroll down a little further under the order of succession, the order of succession, the new language that was added was that the SGA Vice President nominee shall be named within the business days of the vacancy. Again, this bill has been through JNR and has been on the floor for about, I want to say the fifth week, correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah, I haven't been approached about any questions. I think everything was answered during second reading. So, anybody have any questions, Chair?
Senator Lamar. It's been properly moved in second to accept this piece of legislation. All those in favor signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Now moving to a roll call vote. Acting Senate Secretary.
Senator Watts. Senator B. Carter. Senator Clark. 4. Senator 4. Senator Dumont. 4. Senator Lamar. 4. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. 4. Senator Sears. 4. Senator Myers. 4. Senator D. Jackson. 4. Senator Fazier. 4. Senator Williams. 4. Senator Young. 4. Senator Miller. 4. Senator Jean Baptiste. Senator Antinor. 4. Senator Hall. 4. Senator J. Jackson.
Jack.
Senator
Jack.
Rios. 4. Senator Eden. 4.
Congratulations. The bill passes.
I didn't vote.
Oh. I can't vote. I'm in the chair.
4.
19-0 against 0.
Congratulations. The Sen-
How we had 21 on the last one.
temporary exit. All right. Now moving on to point P, new business with the author of SAB 18 SP 037, first year experience, approach to lectern. Do we have quorum? Acting J&R Chair, do we have quorum? Is it, what are you doing now? Oh, go ahead. No, I couldn't hear you. I didn't know if you said permanent or temporary. My bad. You're granted.
Please make sure the title of this, the bill code is stated on this bill. Bill number, yeah. The bill code.
Senator Morissette.
At the bottom? Two different ones. It's just download again, love.
All right, starting from the second whereas clause, FAMU's first year experience program, which is housed within the Academic Integration and Student Transitional Services Undergraduate Success Center, is designed to assist all incoming freshmen students in their transition from high school life to life as a Rattler and Scholar at Florida A&M University. And whereas the lack of funding from the Student Success Center hampers FAMU's first year experience program from purchasing the books necessary for its common reading program taken by all incoming freshman students. And whereas the FAMU Common Reading Program exists to create a common educational and interactive experience for incoming undergraduate students by introducing young rattlers to Florida A&M's institutional and educational values. The Common Reading Program is composed of learning the topic of the book, considering all various dimensions and implications of that subject, and engaging with their fellow students, faculty, and the book's authors through a plethora of programs designed to make the book meaningful. Ultimately, the FAMU Common Reading Program inspires students to take what they learn from the reading and accompanying resources to make FAMU and the world a better place. Therefore, be it appropriated $13,120 to fund the FAMU First Year Experience Program's Common Reading Program. Scroll down.
$16,000.
Since there's only one line item I included,
This is only on first reading.
and since there's only one line item, which is just the books, I simply included the invoice from the vendor.
What was this?
And this is like a program that we all took our freshman year. That when you come here for your student orientation, you get the book, and then like in your SLS class, you have like your teachers and supposed to be your first semester. You go over to your class, you discuss it as a class with your peer mentor, and you're supposed to have a bunch of programs. And then like author comes in. Yeah, this is for that.
I have a question. I got you, Asia. So wait, where normally who pays for this? We.
Yeah, this the party president has paid for it.
Former Senator Mitchell. Yeah, PJ.
Former Senator Mitchell.
I'll probably pay for a book. Oh, that's the book? Yeah. Oh.
I don't think it was for first year.
It went through though. Yeah, it was good.
Decorum. Senator Lamar.
First question. When is the first orientation? I don't have the exact date. I just know it's in July. So, follow up.
Granted.
If are they? Is the first year experience able to come acts to be? Well, no, they won't be able to. Oh, we can't do it. So I moved to.
Okay.
Definitely. Second. It was a second.
Yeah, it was.
Second.
Could the maker restate his motion?
No, I did not. No,
Scroll down.
state. Oh, state. I moved to table this bill. Second.
It's probably moving second to table to indefinite. Any unreadiness? Senator Hall.
I have a question.
Do you rescind your motion?
All right.
The motion has been rescinded. Yes, you have the floor.
Okay. So, I don't know if you know the answer to this, Kari. Okay, yeah. Okay, anyway. I just want to know, like, this is the book that we use for the material, right? So, like, we don't pay for this. Yeah, okay. So, is there a way we can, like, table so we have a representative? Because right, so is this the textbook that
That's a question.
we use? Like, you know,
Decorum. No, he rescinded his motion.
Point of information. The book that he's referring to is not the SLS workbook. It's the other Westmore book that we were all given at orientation. That the summer reading book that majority of the SLS teachers didn't even quiz us on. They just got it.
Oh, so it's not the textbook.
No, it's not the textbook.
I will table this bill.
Second.
Indefinitely.
Second.
They probably move second to table this bill indefinitely. Is there unreadiness? Senator D. Jackson.
I'm going to ask the maker of the motion to rescind their motion at least until we get a representative that can come to city farm. I know that he was saying, I know that it's a very hefty bill right now, but from me actually speaking to him, he said that he'd be willing to drop down the price. So at least let him come in and talk about it before we just end.
Okay.
Does the maker rescind her motion?
Wait, I have a question. On the inquiry, was the organization contact to come?
Yeah, they were told to come.
Okay.
Go to the maker. Decorum. So the maker has rescinded her motion. In this order, Senator Watts, Senator Jean Baptiste, Senator D. Jackson, Senator Miller, Senator Antonor, and Senator Lamar. Okay. Senator Watts has the floor.
The quorum.
I no longer have a question. Oh, you don't have a question? Senator Jean Baptiste?
RC Chairman, would this be fiscally responsible for us to allocate if this bill like were to go?
You would leave what, less than $3,000 left in the account? So you let me know. What would you think?
I would think no.
Likewise.
Decorum.
Next up, do you have any?
Not to be rude. I'm just saying. It wouldn't be much.
That's what I want.
Tell him again.
Senator D. Jackson?
I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna move to actually table this bill until next week, so that we can actually go talk to Mr. Brown and see if one he'll be willing to reduce the price of the line item, and so that for the bill go in and actually put this into a line item form, we can move the strike stuff.
Point of information. I believe
He said it.
Decorum, please. This is not a circus. Handle yourselves accordingly. Motion was made to table this until next week to get more representation here. Is that readiness, Senator Seniors?
If there is a readiness, I'm just saying, because this is brought up to me, not something that I'm really curious. How do you have to, I know we should pay for that for special education, for that coming out of your.
We would talk about it during open forum because we're on a totally different topic.
No, I'm talking about for the account. This is my other.
BLD is not coming from my discretionary or anyone's discretionary to my knowledge. Senator Morissette, you have unreadiness?
My unreadiness is, I feel like this is a pointless motion because it's only on the first reading. So it'll be on second reading next week too. So I really think it's a point of making the motion.
Motion has been rescinded. Senator Snipes.
Okay, I move to table this bill indefinitely, but also hold up. Being that we now have leadership for next year, I feel like it would be a good initiative for you guys to work with whoever will be the pro temp and Senate president of next year, and just give them the money out of your discretionary during the summer. So like work together. So Robin and David are SJ vice president elect. So I mean that would be the smartest thing.
We'll talk about it offline.
Okay, so I'm still moving to table this bill. Second.
It's probably second table this bill indefinitely. Is there a readiness at this time? Yes, Senator Antonor.
Once again, I ask you to rescind your motion because, just like you said, this bill is only on first reading. I agree it's not going to get funded, but the point is to not completely, throw this bill away, just like we were trying to say. So I ask you to take it away. It's on first reading, like.
Can you rescind the motion?
No, I don't. It's not going to happen.
All right, then.
The motion is not rescinded. Is there any further unreadiness at this time to the main motion? Yes, Senator D. Jackson.
I was saying before you table the bill indefinitely, you already said that you would be open to reducing the line items. So you guys are saying it's not going to be passed as is. But what we can do is talk to him and see what we can cut.
Does the maker rescind his motion? He's not rescinding his motion. Is there really more unreadiness? He's not rescinding his motion, y'all. Senator Dumas?
If he's saying just like you stating that he's willing to drop the price, and you're saying that he could work with the newly leadership next year, why can't we just leave it first reading so that he can actually do it, so he actually have a chance to drop it? Because if you strike it now, personally, I'd be like, all right, I ain't touching it. Because what's the point?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but the thing is, it's not even fiscally responsible to even put it on first, second reading, because when we come back around next year, even if you put this down $3,000 more, we're still $10,000
I
in the
call
hole.
for the orders of the day. There's a motion on the
Orders
floor.
of the days have been called. So is there any further unreadiness, you guys? But as he said multiple times, he's not rescinding his motion. Decorum, please. Seeing no further unreadiness, all in favor of tabling this bill indefinitely, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Division was called. Decorum division was called. A motion for will be to table this bill indefinitely. A motion against will be to keep it on first reading.
Decorum. Roll call board. Decorum on the top. He has the roll call vote.
Senator Watts. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter. Senator Climbs. Senator Dumas. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir.
Senator Williams. Senator Williams.
I said again.
Oh, I keep. Senator Young.
Again.
Senator Knox. Oh, Senator Miller.
Come in the gallery, please.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
4.
Senator Antonor.
Oh, again.
Senator Hall.
Firmly again.
Senator Jay Jackson.
Again.
Senator Rios.
Against.
Senator Eden. Pro Temp Morissette.
Firmly against.
What?
Pro Temp Morissette. Decorum.
17 against, 6 for, 0 abstentions.
He said 17-4.
17 against.
No, wait, no. 17 against. Okay. Yep. See you guys next week.
Point of information, even if we do drop the number, right, and we get less books, that just means everybody who attends orientation will not get books. So the purpose of getting the books just wouldn't be met.
Okay, you can say that open forum, sir. Thank you so much for your passion. All right, thank you, Senator. Next up was the author of SAB 18 SPH 038. Please come to the podium.
Good afternoon.
Senators, decorum. Second row. Cut it.
Where we at? All right. So good afternoon, everybody. Everybody's doing all right. I sent this bill out on Saturday. So this bill, it originally, I think it was kind of a misunderstanding by the men's lacrosse club. They came in they did the budget allocation. Allocation request. They wanted to be in the budget, but yeah, it's just not, huh? Oh, okay, never mind. So yeah, it just wasn't. It wouldn't be because they need this money. Like, what is this in April? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's April. Oh, okay. There we go. So yeah, the line items are attached. If Senator Hall would scroll down for me. Denzel, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I know some of you may know me. I'm Denzel Jackson, a third-year business finance student from Lakeland, Florida, and I currently serve as the president of the Men's Lacrosse Club here at FAMU. We are currently preparing for a trip to Morehouse for the annual HBCU lacrosse tournament. For those of you who don't know, the HBCU lacrosse tournament was held here last year. We had Morehouse, Morgan State, and Valdosta State come down to play. We actually ended up beating Morehouse last year, so we're making some gains. The lacrosse club has been around since my freshman year, 2015. And this year we're looking to travel to Morehouse, and there are some items that we would like to get funded. Beginning with the vinyl uniform press, the lacrosse balls, t-shirts, and lacrosse sticks. These are all pretty vital to the success of the program. Vinyl uniform presses are basically to get our jerseys numbered. We already got the jerseys purchased. We received a grant from U.S. Lacrosse of $2,500 during my freshman year, and we used that money to purchase a lot of the gears that we have now. But now we just need to get numbers on the uniforms so that when we compete, the referees can identify us. Yes?
There's more set.
I don't know if it was, can you repeat the total allocation request? I can't see it.
1,458.
Yeah.
1,458.
That's it?
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, come on.
All right. So are there any questions of consent? All right. So let's go ahead.
Remember, you have to weigh them separately.
So I'm gonna move to a. I'm gonna move to a .507, 5.07, 6.02.
One at a time.
Okay. All right. So I'll move to we can put the versus segregated. So I'll move to a .5.07.
Second.
Then I'll move second to wave 50.07. Is there awareness at this time? Morissette?
April 7th.
Is there any further unreadiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by a sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Actually, it's actually a roll call vote to waive the rule 50.7.
Senator Watts. For. Senator B. Carter. Against. Senator J. Carter. For. Senator Kleins. For. Senator Dumas. For. Senator Lamar. For. Senator LaVille. For. Senator McClinton.
McClinton.
For. Senator Sears. For. Senator Myers. For. Senator D. Jackson. For. Senator Plaisir. For. Senator Williams. Senator Young.
For.
Senator Knox. Senator Miller.
For.
Senator G. Baptiste. For. Senator Antonov.
For.
Senator Hall.
For.
Senator J. Jackson. For. Senator Rios. For. Senator Eden. For. Pro Tem Morissette. $24, 2 against, 0 stitches.
All right, so next I'm gonna move to waive rule 6.02, filing of measures for D&E.
Second.
I'm about to move second to waive 602.513E, filing the measures. Is there any readiness at this time? Yes, Senator Lamar.
Can you please state what rules are the
Filing of measures.
filing of measures?
Yeah, that's
You mean that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Is there any further unreadiness at this time? Yes, Senator G. Baptiste.
It's not nothing. I'm here for the motion. It's just a question because I know last week when we not it wasn't last week or like 2 weeks ago when we moved to waive the rules, we did them multiple in one motion. Why are we doing it?
Yeah, because remember we
Point
had.
of information, we were incorrect when we did that. The document stated that we got the rule. We have to waive the second.
Okay, I just say no. Thank you. Okay.
Is there any further unreadiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by a sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Roll call vote. Acting Senate Secretary.
Senator Watts. For. Senator B. Carter. For. Senator J. Carter. For. Senator Kleins. For. Senator Dumas. For. Senator Lamar. For. Senator LaVille. For. Senator McClinton.
I was in favor.
Senator Singers. Senator Myers.
For.
Senator D. Jackson.
For.
Senator Plaisir. For. Senator Williams. Senator Young.
For.
Senator Miller.
For.
Senator G. Baptiste.
For.
Senator Antonov.
For.
Senator Hall.
For.
Senator J. Jackson.
For.
Senator Rios.
For.
Senator Eden. Pro Tem Morissette. 22 for 0 against 0 stitches.
All right. Last one. So I'm gonna move to waive rule 7.01, procedures and reading of measures before the student senate. Points A, B, and C.
Second.
They're probably moving a second to waive 4. What was that again? 7.0? 7.01. A, B, and C. Is probably moving a second. Is there any unreadiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by a sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Roll call vote. Senate Secretary.
Senator Watts. For. Senator B. Carter. For. Senator J. Carter. For. Senator Kleins. For. Senator Dumas. For. Senator Lamar. I said for. Senator LaVille. For. Senator McClinton. For. Senator Sears.
For.
Senator Myers.
4. Senator D. Jackson. 4. Senator Kazir. 4. Senator Williams. 4. Senator Young.
4.
Senator Miller.
4.
Senator Ansenor.
4.
Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Eden. 4. Or 10 more set. 21 for 1 against 0 abstentions.
I got you. What you said there?
Congratulations. So the bill is now on first and second reading.
So, anybody have questions?
Senator Watts.
You guys are asking for us to make practice balls. So if a ball goes up, so when you guys use all these balls, I would kind of ask for more money to ask for balls.
Our goal is to not ask for money to ask for as many balls as we can because the balls do go over the fence, and we try to recover as many as possible. We've been on campus for 2 years now, and this is our first time asking for money for new balls. So a bucket of balls lasts about 2 years. We do have money to purchase balls for ourselves, so if that's not something you're looking to fund, totally understand that. Our main goal is just to get to the tournament.
Senator Lamar.
He already called him. Sorry. My question is, it says lacrosse sticks, supply sticks for the first year. Does that mean they're going to keep these sticks, or these sticks are going to stay with the lacrosse team?
That's actually a really good question. I think Excel might have cut off the remaining text. It's for the first year students, so people who join the team who don't have much experience playing lacrosse, they tend to not come with equipment. We want to supply their first stick for them. They do not get to keep these sticks. We take them back at the end of the semester.
Okay. Follow up?
Follow up granted.
Could you scroll up? All right, never mind. It shows up differently. Thank you.
Senator Miller.
I move to accept this allocation.
Second.
The problem is to accept this legislation is on readiness. Senator Seniors. You have any readiness? Seniors.
Senior Robin.
You have it. Senator Snipes.
Okay, I know like tennis balls are coming up.
Do you have any on readiness to the main motion?
Yeah, that's not readiness. Like I'm confused. Like does it
It's
not
not
come
tennis
like
balls.
a pack?
Oddly.
Like a bulk? Or is it like
Yeah, you typically buy lacrosse balls in bulk, so that right there would fund a bucket of balls. Those balls would be used for games and practice. We typically divvy out 60 for games, 60 for practice.
Okay.
Because every new game, you have to have a fresh lacrosse ball.
All right. That's fine.
Any further readiness at this time? Senator McClinton.
Yeah, I didn't. I just realized I didn't actually read the language at the beginning. So just make sure there's no grammatical errors.
Hey,
So let me
scroll
read
up.
through it real quick. So I'll ask the motion, the maker of the motion to rescind the motion.
Or amend.
Is it grammatically incorrect?
I don't think it is, but so we can run through and make sure.
Sure, go ahead.
He did. He wrote the bill.
Oh. I didn't see that.
I did.
Alright. So starting with the second whereas clause, whereas the men's lacrosse club at FAMU was established in 2015. Oh, and Denzel,
No, feel free.
Alright, it was established in 2015, striving to be a leader in lacrosse among the HBCU community, regularly competing against Morehouse, Morgan State, and Howard University. They also look to spread the support of lacrosse in the surrounding underserved Tallahassee community by assisting Ricketts High School and developing their lacrosse program and hosting a free lacrosse summer camp for kids in Southern Tallahassee. And whereas the men's lacrosse club at FAMU likes to add funding to represent Florida A&M University at the 2018 HBCU Lacrosse Championship at Morehouse College on the weekend of April 7th, which is a tournament that all HBCUs compete in. And whereas the men's lacrosse club rejected 4.4 to establish an athletic program consistent with a best-in-class university, with lacrosse being the fastest-growing sport in North America, with many of the nation's largest and best institutions hosting renowned programs. The men's lacrosse club at FAMU plans to work alongside other HBCUs to bring Division I lacrosse to the MEAC, bring more diversity and opportunity for FAMU and all HBCUs by forming relationships with the growing international lacrosse. Therefore, be it appropriated $1,458 to fund the men's lacrosse club at FAMU's attendance to the 2018 HBCU Lacrosse Championship at Morehouse College the weekend of April 7th.
Okay.
Senator Hall. the Senate.
You just put a period there? Can we zoom in?
And then follow up.
Follow up granted.
The last whereas clause, we need to break it up.
Put a period after America.
Put it off after now program.
Senator Lamar.
There's no more further recommendations. I'll move to accept the piece of legislation.
You all right, Senator?
We skipped JNR, so it's right, she's right.
Yeah, no, I said there's no any further recommendations.
Yeah, we got further recommendations.
Was he on? No.
We're still working. So I'm gonna ask the
Person.
Granted, Richard. Senator Jay Carter.
What month was the
In October. Can you specify that in the document?
Can y'all put the month that the lacrosse club was established in there? October?
Yeah, October 2015.
October 2015. Which one? Which one?
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to accept this piece of legislation.
Second.
Wait.
With said corrections.
Wait, you said that, Senator McClinton?
Yeah.
Oh, you sound like Denzel. That was wild.
I'm Oh, can I move to accept?
Yeah, you can move to accept. Is there a second?
Yeah, I second.
Okay. It's about to second to accept this piece of legislation. Is there any rightness at this time? Senator Eden.
Go back.
Go back to the therefore the last whereas. Okay, I see established is quoted. So where does that quote end? Like that's the. You see where it starts the quote. Now where's the end quote?
There's two.
Best thing.
There's another.
So then it should be like another.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Any further unrightness to the motion? Yes, Senator Snipes.
Okay, Kim, because that double quote from Kim. Can you change best in class to italicized? And take the quotes out?
You can do that.
Yes, Senator Watts.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
So you said it's in the best interest for the lacrosse club to not act to the student senate or funding at all.
At all may have been a little bit aggressive.
But in means of money for supplies.
Yeah, our goal is to be self-sufficient. We don't want to be a burden on the university or any of the organizations that may need the funds.
I like him.
Seeing there's no further unrightness at this time, all in favor, please identify by sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Now moving on to a roll call vote. Acting Senate Secretary.
Decorum.
Senator Watts. Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter, Senator Klein's, 4, Senator Dumas, Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator Seniors, Senator Myers, Senator Strong, Senator D. Jackson, Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Miller, Senator Ansenor, Senator Jean Baptiste,
4.
Senator Hall, Senator J. Jackson, Senator Rios, Senator Eden,
4.
Pro Temp Morissette, Senator Lamar, Senator McClinton, (24), one abstention, 0 against.
(24) 0 abstain, 1 against. I mean, I stayed up there. Congratulations, the legislation passes.
24, one abstention, 0 against.
Thank you guys so much.
Next up, the bill was SAB 18 SP 038 African Student Association Annual Showcase. Was that bill ever written? All right, you got another floor.
It doesn't matter. I don't.
What a victory.
Here's what it is.
What a victory.
Yes.
Was the bill changed uniform filled out for the bill?
African Student Association? Yeah.
All right, what's the running total?
14. Is it? Was this bill sent?
Yeah, this should be in your email.
Yeah, you can go.
I just refreshed it.
Dumas, take SRC. B. Carter. Granted, you can go. Decorum, please, Senator has the floor.
Starting from the second whereas clause, well, the first one, the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University Student Senate is a legislative branch of the Student Government Association and is empowered to pass legislation as it deems necessary to carry out the functions of the student body. And whereas providing an African home away from home for students of African descent, the African Student Association serves as a unifying body to all students interested in African culture, providing historical and cultural enrichment to educate the Pan-African community of Tallahassee about Africa's significance through multiple facets, which includes but is not limited to food, dialogue, literature, music, and dance, bringing the students of Florida A&M University together through divulging the Pan-African community to the truth in the culture, talents, and traditions and history of the different nations of Africa, whereas the African Student Association lacked the funding to host the annual African Student Association Showcase set to spread cultural awareness and highlight the mass influence of Africans throughout the world. The showcase features a well-known Nigerian comedian who will serve as the host of the event. The showcase is said to highlight the true talents and positivity of Africa through various media, exposing students to the heart of the motherland, Whereas the purpose of the African Student Association is to showcase the mass influence of Africans throughout the world while also providing a home away from home for students of African descent and those interested in African culture. Therefore, be it appropriate $4,650 to fund the African Student Association annual showcase. And you can scroll down. Scroll down, please.
In the hall.
And that's the line item. Now, in regards to the host, I want to let the organization give a background about him, because when they kind of explained it to us, he's famous, right? He has, like, when you look on his Instagram, he has like the blue check mark. He's legit. So I just wanted to let you all know from a perspective of the organization, he's well known within the Nigerian community, but I want them to elaborate about that.
Greetings, everyone. How are you all tonight? Good. I am Adelisa Okafor, a first-year doctorate of pharmacy candidate from Nigeria by way of Jacksonville, Florida, and I serve as the president of African Student Association. Greetings, everyone. I am a second-year professional pharmaceutical manager, and I serve as the treasurer. And our host, who is known professionally as African 8, is a world-known comedian in the Nigerian community, the African community, or I don't know. You can look him up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and what's the name? African 8. That's the PH.
He came last year, didn't he?
So this is somebody else bigger and better.
Oh.
I can't find one.
Well, I'm sorry, what was the name again?
African 8. APHRICANH. Go on Instagram, it's African 8.
That's Africa.
Oh, host? Yeah.
And the reason why the host costs $2,200, actually, at first, he wanted us to pay him more, but we negotiated with him to have him come down. And what we're necessarily paying for is for him to be the host. He's going to preside over the event. We're paying for his hotel, his food, accommodations, and his travel.
Senator Jay Carter, Senator Lamar, then Senator Miller.
Hello.
And page after.
First off, how much are y'all dues and how much have y'all put up?
Our dues are $15 for 2 semesters and $10 for.
Okay, how much follow-up?
Bob granted.
How much money have y'all raised so far?
In total, we have like. You mind if I take a look? Point of information, Senator President.
Yes.
We did fund as this event
Last year.
in the 46, and it was a big event. The students came out. It was like a discrepancy last year when we funded this about how much the host was. Last year it was the most expensive line item, but didn't cut it into 46 because that's one of the big things that drew the students out to come. Just to let y'all know about the history of the Senate at ASA.
Senator Lamar.
Senator Hall asked my question. I was just going to ask, did we previously usually, that's all.
Yeah, also, you also funded this in the 45th as well.
Just wanted to make sure. Follow up.
Bob granted.
Only thing I just don't see us doing.
He's gonna say it.
I can agree with like hosting and the travel and like hotel, but paying for his food. You have to pay for his food as well.
Did I say?
So it's just like
It's on the
I don't want people. Yeah.
It's not an individual line item. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, it's the host.
it's paying for the host.
So that's included in this.
Yeah.
Do you guys have questions?
Yeah, it's there.
It's
It was
you scroll.
in the-
Yeah, if you.
In the allocation. You want me to show you?
I can send it to you if you want.
You're fine.
Come see me after.
It was set in the allocation request that was submitted. So we have a
the total, like it says 2,200. Okay, with that being said, I'd like to waive 5.07.
Oh, wait, I had a
It's on
question.
first and second reading. On first is okay.
And then probably in a second to waive Rule 5.07. Is there a rightness at this time?
I'm trying to ask a question. Never mind.
Is it open on first and second?
That's the whole point, right? Put it on first and second. So jump on first and do a time frame. So. Yes, McClinton?
Can you send out the invoice real quick?
I'm about to forward you guys an email right now.
Any further rightness? Yes, Senator Dumas.
Being that we putting this on first and second reading, has it been through JNR committee?
No, that's why it's. That's why you wait.
Is there any further rightness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Secretary, roll call vote to waive the rule.
Senator Watts. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter. Senator Climbs. For Senator Dumas.
For
Senator Lamar. Against. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller.
Against. What do you say?
Senator Jean Baptiste. Senator Antonor. Senator Hall. Senator J. Jackson. Senator Rios. Senator Eden.
4.
Pro Tem Morset.
Aye.
19 for, 2 against, 0 abstentions. Yeah, filing the measures, calendar of measures in compliance with the committee. Oh, these have to be separate. 6.0 DE. Do that one next.
Alright, so I motion to waive. I move to waive Rule 6.07. Point B.
Second.
Wait a second. The quorum, everybody, please pay attention. To waive 6102 point E and D. Is there any further rightness at this time to make motion to waive the rule? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by the sign of aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it.
Okay, so
Now moving on to a roll call vote.
Senator Watts. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter. Senator Climbs. Or Senator Dumas.
4.
Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Miller.
Against.
Senator G. Baptiste. Senator Antonor.
in favor.
Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson. Senator Rios. Senator Eden. $21-0 against 0 stitches.
So I'm 6.
Whoa, we got one more.
You can't do that because it's not going to be funny. You got to have a conversation.
Okay, well, does anyone have any questions? I apologize.
Yeah, because I don't want to strike.
Senator Miller?
But
Well, she still answer the question.
because I don't want to strike her bill out and say against again. Okay. Taylor. Yeah, thank you. Just like a quick question. Under modeling clothing, like, I just want to know what it includes.
I didn't elaborate about that. Yeah, I just want to know what it includes.
The modeling clothing?
Yeah.
Like, are you guys making the stuff or buying
No,
it?
we're renting it for the show. Like, if we have, well, like 30 models,
Mhm.
and so we basically paying two different designers to do clothing, so we can showcase different acting clothing.
Mhm.
I just sent everyone the invoices.
And I guess follow up.
Granted.
So the $1,050 that include that
That includes bringing the clothing
for all 30 people, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Senator Lamar.
Just can I get some background? All I see is the host, DJ, D Hall, and Monica. Never told me what is this deal.
The showcase is where we basically inform the student body about different African culture, food, and dance. We have 3 different main segments, which we have modeling, dancing, and skit, and run throughout the whole show. It basically like is the reason for the show. So we start out the showcase with the skit projected, and then we have 2 live scenes and 2 scenes that we're doing part of. And then we have 2 dance segments, 2 modeling segments, and at the end, feature free, and that doesn't come from SGA.
All right, follow up.
Granted.
I moved to accept this legislation.
Oh,
Man, I think they got one more rule.
It's probably going to second to accept this legislation.
You got one more rule away.
So do you rescind?
I'm sorry, I apologize.
The rest has been rescinded. Yes, Senator Miller.
So I just have one more question. I don't know if I'm wrong, but Lee Hall is $1,100.
Yes.
For one day.
Yes.
Yes.
Senator J. Carter.
Just a quick question. You said something about refreshments. Where is this refreshments going to be served? Yeah, no, this is a serious question because you can't eat in Lee Hall. So where y'all going to serve people food at?
Where did you see refreshments?
She said something about refreshments. You said food. Okay, I'm just clarifying. Oh, so who are the refreshments? You said something about who are the refreshments for? You said something about y'all just explain the food?
Yeah.
I think the host.
Just the host.
No, you all can get food too.
Wait,
no, it's like 6 questions. Never mind.
That's a very good question because
That's a very good question.
What is the other day have been called?
Senator McClinton.
So, I just have just take okay, so the model is 30. So that would do like 35. Okay, so starting model is because we're running low, so I just want to make sure that without affecting my negative.
Yeah,
So is it
how they came up.
No. I think that would have been a great idea. You could have got that.
Senator Eden.
You guys just keep in mind that just because we're running low does not mean every organization that comes up now has to get shortened. We allocated $15,000 to Mahogany. They brought out whoever they wanted to come out. We funded for $30,000 bills, $10,000 bills, and all of a sudden it's a problem. Cut it out.
You did a foreign trip for 30,000.
Okay.
Just a question.
Okay, decorum. Senator Dumas.
You guys said you were getting food, correct? You guys, are you getting it through METS or are you getting a waiver for it? Because there's certain things that have to go like into perspective as well.
We're not serving it on FAMU campus.
Oh, this won't be on FAMU. Okay. Do y'all think?
What?
No.
There's no food.
That's
not their business.
Okay.
I move to waive Rule 7.018 points A, B, and C.
Second.
About moving to second to waive 7.1 points A, B, and C. Is there any awareness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Senator Watts. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter. 4. Senator Clown. 4. Senator Dumas. Senator Dumas.
4.
Senator Lamar. 4. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. 4. Senator Seniors. 4. Senator Myers. 4. Senator D. Jackson. 4. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Knott. Senator Young.
4.
Senator Miller.
4.
Senator Antinor.
In favor.
Senator Jean Baptiste. 4. Senator Hall.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Eden. 4. Pro Temp Morissette. 21-4-0 against 0 abstentions.
Okay, so I move to accept piece of legislation.
Second.
About moving to second to accept this piece of legislation. Is there awareness at this time? Senator Lamar.
Y'all want to get that shit seated in the front?
Information.
Is there any other?
Point of information.
Is there any awareness to the main motion?
What did she say?
It's a form of bribery.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
This is
federal.
So y'all brought the bunch of organizations.
Yeah.
Please, y'all, this is the last bill. Let's just. They're not doing that. Obviously, it is what it is. Let's just move on. This is back when now interim. Yes.
Senator Watts. 4. Senator J. Carter. 4. Senator Clowns. 4. 4. Senator Dumas.
4.
Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors.
4.
Senator Myers.
4.
Senator D. Jackson.
4.
Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young.
4.
Senator Miller.
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
4.
Senator Antinor.
Highly in favor.
Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Eden.
4.
21-4-0 against 0 abstentions.
Senator J. Carter.
Permission to terminally exit.
7.
Granted.
Point of information, the new total incentive unallocated is around $10,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Senator Snipes.
Okay, so after speaking to the tri-branch and Miss Mary, I move the rest of Senate unallocated to be out day.
No.
There is no second. Motion fails. Next.
Point of information. Basically, there's no money for be out day.
So we're not
even
gonna
though
have
there's
it.
been motions to do it. Like we need the money to do it. So instead of splitting it 3 ways, it was best to give it to be out day.
How are you making decisions for the Senate?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
The quorum, the motion failed. I think Senator Hansberry has a motion to make.
I move to revisit point. I move to revisit the
Point K.
Point K and
Second.
It's probably motion a second to read point K ANSH reports. Is there any readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. We're now on point K. He's doing his ANSH report on the Royal Court.
Good evening, Senate. I do apologize for my lateness. I do have class tonight, but I had a test that was extremely hard. So that's all good. So I did have the opportunity. I sent this to you all in the 47th Senate group meeting.
So this is my A&S agency report for the Warrior Court. Took a while to get it only because Mr. Green was getting the last minute statements and totals so that the report can be accurate and reflective of everything that they need and they've done. So once it's up,
Yeah.
all right, so again, this is the A&S report for the Warrior Court. And what I'll do is actually follow it on my cell phone. So I met with Mr. Green today to pretty much get information on the Royal Court for my report. And starting off with he is the advisor as well as a financial custodian. They do not have a president. They've never had a president. And Mr. William Clem and Dr. William Hudson are also other financial custodians for the Royal Court. The information is also attached to the document. And so with the breakdown, I actually have a line item budget for the Royal Court. But however, what I did was I just grouped different things together, but it's still indicative of the entire breakdown. So pretty much starting with the first one where the Barnes Noble, that was to get books and materials for the Royal Court. And then SAS Knows by Vince, you see it's 3 times in the invoice, well in the statement, the budget he provided to me. These are the men's suits. And so they got 3 different men's suits, which all came up to $3,996.86. They went through Met's Culinary for their catering for the etiquette training, as well as another event where they went through Met's catering. They had the Whistling Duck Enterprise, which is for their attire, so their button-downs that they wore, as well as some of their additional shirts and items. That's where that line item was represented, that line item. If you have any questions also during the presentation, feel free to stop me. Demi McCoy, who's a makeup artist. She's a year older than my class, but anyway, she did the makeup for the Royal Court, for the girls on the Royal Court, for one of their events. I don't believe it was for coordination, but then it could be. The line item for it is November the 7th, which is before homecoming. So I don't know if that was paid in advance or after, but that was the only time that they paid for makeup. Then also you have the Robinson Wholesale South, which is for the vases, as well as additional items for coordination. Dillard's Department Store, which ate up a chunk of their money for their attire at $5,803. Mike's Lim, and they always, actually the Royal Court always gets majority of their attire from Dillard's. Dillard's actually has nice attire for good sales if you buy them a bunch loads. And so that's pretty much, since I've been here, in 2012, they've been going through Dillard's for majority, especially the majority of the attendance dresses and Miss FAMU dresses. Mike's Limousine Service was for coordination. That's always something we do. Janice B. Lowry was paid on 3 different occasions for alterations for the attire of the Royal Court. Also, CTW Broadcasting was for Miss FAMU's Ebony video. So prior to this year, every Miss Ebony video, so Nicole Bowden, Amberly, Dominique, James, all of those videos were done by somebody within communications, but the person actually left this year and started their own company. And so therefore they had to pay a new person to create the video for Marva for Miss Ebony campaign. And so that's $400. And then the NISUB International Incorporated, which is for the African attire that they wore to the Black History Month convocation. So it was a total, they spent in total $13,572.81. Some provisional language is that some of the necessary items such as the sashes, crowns, and homecoming float, which costs $1,000 $1,000 and $5,000 respectively, were not provided or were not paid for throughout this budget, and I'm going to get to that in a quick second. So scrolling down, you have the starting balance. We funded them $16,102 within the 2017-2018 annual budget, and they spent they spent $15,004.58. And that also includes additional purchases. So one thing that I'm going to get to with the concerns, in the ending budget, the balance is now $406.46. So if you scroll down to the concerns, I'll go back to the fundraising and think that one of the main concerns of the Warrior Court is not being fully funded. When they came up through the annual budget on Saturday, that was actually one of the big problems that Mr. Green brought up, is that the Warrior Court doesn't get the amount of funding that they should get. And so they rely on the relationships such as Ms. Tatum when she was in place for the Warrior Court, as well as they rely on relationships that Mr. Green has created throughout his orientation budget. And so a lot of these different things that they do and have, in order for it not to come fully from the Warrior Court's own pockets, they go through the orientation budget. And so that's a big problem, because if Mr. Green leaves or his position is replaced, then who becomes the person who seeks additional funding for the Royal Court, which has actually been a reason why they've had to go into their pockets even more. So they actually pay $500 as an initiation fee. As a think about Greek letter. They pay $500 in order to when they first fill the positions, and then they do pay they pay other expenses as well. So that was one of his main concerns. And hopefully within the 2018-2019 budget, they're hoping that we fully fund them. They're requesting around $44,000. But like he said, they have been significantly underfunded since before I came, and that's not the problem of the Senate. That's just the cards we've been dealt with, the situations that we've had. So that was one of the main issues. Now going back up to the fundraising, they did not fundraise. They are a non-fundraising organization. However, that's something we've talked to them about with changing, being the predicament of what all organizations are going through with funding, and so that may be something that they may be reaching out to do. And so we didn't talk too much in depth about that, but moving on to the upcoming events and trips for next month, in the month of March, they'll be participating in the President's Tour. And so they'll be participating in the President's Tour, which is the tour around all of Florida, and I know you all heard about it. It's a part of the student Office of Student Activities, but other organizations as well as the PA will be participating in this tour all around Florida. Is that a question?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it was just said Friday that you could pay part of Royal Court, so that's not considered fundraising?
When I addressed any fundraising activities, he did not say any for the year 2017.
You didn't buy the Royal Court. You had to vote for Martha a whole bunch of times and then they let you for a member of the Royal Court. They didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I was telling him, we are asking that every organization have some kind of fundraising opportunity, just to show that they are trying to fund themselves. But moving on, like I said, they will be participating in the President's Tour. All 14 of the Royal Court representatives, as well as the 2 advisors, will be in attendance on this trip. And so they haven't filed any special allocation for this fiscal year, nor have they ever been audited by SGA. You had a question?
Yeah, we have a question. About him being the Royal Court being a non-fundraising organization. Is there any reason why they're in the administration?
So pretty much the background of the Royal Court is that the Royal Court, since its recruitment, is the face of the university in a sense for student enrollment and recruitment. And so it's not that they can't fundraise, it's just that they've never been a fundraising organization. And they never had to. We've always had enough funds to stretch it to where, for instance, in the 2011-2012 annual budget, I believe they received maybe $34,000. And then after the incident happened, they went from 34 or 32 to 16. and then they went to 9. And so it's literally been cut, because of the situation that FAMU has been in. So yeah, so that's why I was telling him maybe we do need to consider some kind of fundraising activities. And so like they said, and when you scroll down to the concerns, they don't really need money for trips and activities of that nature because that's usually paid for using Dr. Hudson's discretionary. But they do need funding for their attire. And so one thing he was mentioning is that as a university, we need to sit down to discuss credit cards and allowing organizations, advisors to have credit cards on hand. So now some organizations, advisors do have credit cards, but you can't purchase attire, you can't purchase certain things on the credit card. You can only use it for, he didn't really go into detail, but regardless, you can't use attire on these credit cards. But with the Warrior Court, that's what they would use the credit card for. And so he was saying it would make it much easier if they can have a credit card. That way, when they need something, they can go and purchase it. They don't have to wait for a purchase order from the budget office. But that's not in our hands per se. That's something we get, discuss with administration about. But all that he wanted the Senate to do was heavily consider his budget when it comes through ASBC.
Snipes.
So basically, with the credit card, he wants a P card that can purchase a tire.
Yes.
And so that would have to be, but that's above our heads pretty much.
Yes. We could talk to administration about it because another organization came to me about having P cards. And so certain organizations, advisors do get P cards. But yes, that's something that he would like us to talk to administration about, trying to see if the rules can be changed. Because for his organization, they really don't need anything with the P card but attire.
All right.
Senator McClinton?
What else will they be asking?
Well, in the ASBC, if my memory serves me correctly, they asked for the same amount for the attire. The attire usually is the same. It's around $1,600 for all 7 guys' suits, and then they get 3 suits. They get one for the normal suit, one for homecoming. And their coordination fees are also a part of that suit as well. But they also ask money to travel, I believe, for NASAP. And so they had a budget around $44,000, but it's not something that's out of the ordinary from what they've requested in the past. Because with my budget, they requested around $40,000. They got $32,000. So it's not something that's out of the blue, but it's something that they really do need help with funding because they don't have the money. Like I said, Ms. Tatum and Mr. Green go through their own other sources for funding. And they were telling me that coordination was thousands of dollars, but majority of coordination was actually covered through orientation or through Mr. Green's own discretionary. And so that was something that he did bring up with hoping that the Senate does fund favorably and fund a good portion of their budget in ASBC.
Oh, granted.
Did you say $1,000 for 3 suits?
No, 1,600. 1,600. So 1,600 for 7 suits. And then and that includes, the top, bottom, socks, also shoes. Shoes are inclusive in that fee. Ties, everything. So the entire suit from top to bottom is included in that 1,600 for the seven guys. And also he did mention that he would like to, in addition to having the 2 student advisors, would like to have someone who is maybe either A&S or USPS contracted through the university, or even OPS, which could be a student field, in order for the Warrior Court to have somebody who's officially making sure that the documents are the way he structured it was that they needed somebody to basically make sure that paperwork was getting completed and filed in a timely manner, do all of the things that the advisors really shouldn't be doing, so they don't get paid for it. And so it's a lot of things that the advisors are doing that the student employees don't do, the student advisors don't do. And so really, from my brother's experience to being an advisor on the court, they're supposed to be there to help them dress, help them get up, help them get ready. The girls usually have the girl who can do hair and makeup, and the guys, my brother could cut hair. And so it was like that was the vision for the student advisors. But then when you have advisors who really don't have those kind of skills, then it's really just an extra person that's there. And so this is the reason why they were requesting to have somebody who is a permanent position, but they didn't put it in their request for the annual budget. So I assume it wasn't too important, or they just didn't want to stress us with too much money. Any more questions?
So, the Royal Court, they receive, how much do they are receiving for the next annual?
We haven't voted on that yet. They just came through on Saturday for their meeting.
What's the proposal?
The proposed budget is the proposed amount is how much, Senator? No, are you talking about for the entire budget?
Well, the proposed budget for the
For that? Oh, theirs was 44 to 46,000. 44,000 to 46,000 for their organization.
Okay, for the Royal Court.
Yeah, for the Royal Court.
Okay, I personally don't have a problem with investing money when it comes down, with SGA investing funds when it comes down to the Royal Court and the presidential ambassadors, just due to the fact that they are the student tools we have here on campus for recruitment. And if we don't have recruiters and they're not effective, then guess what? Enrollment goes down. And guess what? When enrollment goes down, then we have funds that we have now versus the $2 million that we were allocated my freshman year. So,
well, see, the main concern is that when we sit down with ASBC, we literally want to fund everybody. But if you just take 40, I think Senator Antonor, correct me if I'm wrong, but 40 organizations and agencies apply to be on the annual budget. And if you just actually take the top 7 or 8, that's already the entire budget that the budget office is giving us. And so literally, a lot of these big organizations such as Campus Rec, OSA, majority of the money that we fund them goes to their salaried employees. And so literally, you got Campus Rec came up for $1 million. And we have a budget, I believe, of, is it $2.8 million? That's what the budget office has given us.
Mhm.
And of course, we never budget even close to that because of what happened this year with the budget office. So the thing is not trying to fund them, it's just having to fund these big time organizations and then having to use that small amount of money to spread it around to all of the other organizations that really do need it as well as them. So, no more questions, comments, concerns?
That's it.
Thank you. Now,
Taylor, you got y'all on.
Yeah, that's 1.6.
yeah, they do every year. But
So we can potentially ask them to start looking out for sponsorships so that they actually come in and fund a rec or something.
We already came up for ASBC, but so they already came up for ASBC.
Orders of the day, so I can go.
Yeah.
Corum, the whole thing with the rec we can talk offline about. Yeah, we'll talk about that offline. Next up, moving to point Q, Sin Sector report. Do you have anything to report this time? Anything to say?
Oh, okay. What was I say? All the minutes have been sent out except for today's meeting. It should be. I want to send it out before the end of this week. If you see any mistakes, please let me know. Welcome, Senator Watts and Senator Gene Lewis. You guys, you're not able to vote, so make sure that you guys watch when I add you. Make sure I add you at the right time. If there's any mistakes, because I was doing it at the same time as doing the minutes for last week. Besides that, I think that's it. Taylor kept up with the vote counts for this week. So being that Amani and Ron isn't here, make sure that you guys are working with Taylor and Rochard to make sure that your bills that need to be allocated ASAP, get that done with Miss Mary and Miss Wilson. And besides that, I'll come back around for open forum. That's it. For citizenship.
Moving point. Yes, Senator Lavelle. Is it temporary? Granted. Point R, open forum, 2 minutes sign in the back row. Back row, do you have anything to say? Senator Plaisir?
What's good, everybody? This week is also ROTC week, Army ROTC. They're celebrating their 70th year anniversary here since 1948. in charge of that whole week pretty much. But tomorrow is one of our events we're having open to students. Will be on the quad with pull-up bars, tires. It's gonna be like a truck and the third unit. Start recruiting, different things like that. They're getting out Chick-fil-A gift cards and stuff. So if you walk past the bar, stop, get a chance to win gift card, something like that. That's it. Oh, from 12 to 12 to 2.
Anyone else from the back row? Moving to the third row. Moving to the second row. Lamar.
No. Keep fighting through. If it close. This is halfway. Next week we'll make halfway, right? Until you get the budget. What's that budget? Oh no, I'm talking about halfway through the semester. Oh yeah. So halfway there, remember to do this first, keep those grades up, Love you all, stay solid, B. And yeah, just keep trucking through. And oh yeah, congrats for the senders.
Clinton.
Yeah. So everybody. Congrats to the senators. Congrats to everyone. Next year. This last weekend. Next this. So I'm gonna have to. So
I'm sorry, I forgot about we were speaking about out, right? I'm actually being pointed one piece of the video, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. They were pushing for Be Out Day to be on March the 24th, which is kind of impossible seeing that we have 1 week until spring break, right? And then a week after that is March the 24th. Dr. Hudson wanted us to do, according to Surgeon General, Dr. Hudson wanted us to do Be Out Day on the same day as spring preview, right? But we had asked Monday, and he said no because of our bill that we funded to Dubai. He said you guys are going to fund. This is what they told me. He said you guys are going to fund these large bills for abroad trips, and I'm going to help us with these small Be Out Day. So that's what I got from the Be Out Day meeting last week. So we're looking to push for April 21st to be the new Be Out Day, guys. So just keep that on the lookout. And the way we're probably gonna get this money is I don't even know. I ain't gonna lie to you. So basically what we're doing, we're actually downscaling Be Out Day to the same I don't talk about it. It's just so upsetting.
Oh, wow.
Fingers.
Hi guys, I'm just so excited to be back. I am so going to be but tell all your friends you want to be subject of 6 years or not. But anyway, I'm just really excited about everyone I got elected, or they were put back into their position. Gerard and Chris, my fave. Things like that. Yeah, I just love this city so much. And I feel like it was such a great experience for me my freshman year. And we're about to finish out strong. Next year will be
That's right.
First row. Senator Watts.
I was gonna say, thank you guys for being in. This is something that I've always wanted to. I've never actually been a part of a real dedicated student government association. That's sad to say that I was in charge of high school. But like I said, we had a position that weren't ready for those type of positions, and I was happy to finally make some moves.
Senator B. Carter. Senator Climbs. Bottom Diaz. And from Senator Antonor.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I am a contestant for the Miss Omega Psi Phi pageant.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I will be looking for you all to support me. What else? I'm really excited about ASBC. I didn't announce this earlier, but we are having our final hearing this Thursday and this Saturday. And after that, we'll go into deliberations. I do encourage you all to come out, especially you all who are doing the ANS reports, because the information that you have will be integral when we're making the decisions about who gets what money. So, yeah, if you have any questions, contact me. And, yeah. But that's it.
All right. I just want to say congratulations to the newly elected senators. Congratulations to the senators that won. I guess that's the new junior. Yeah.
Baby, it's funny.
What's up?
She was saying our year.
Yeah. Then congratulations to the new SGA president, vice president. That's huge. Keep doing things, and hopefully everyone in the Senate can continue to strive. Let's finish off the year strong. We got the budget coming up, so it's going to be a little bit longer meetings. So get used to that. OFC will meet tomorrow at 5 p.m. And like I said earlier, we have $10,306 left in the account for my calculations on my Excel file. So we won't be allowing any more organizations to come through OFC. So we'll be closing that off. So I'll send out a memo this week, and that's about it. Oh yeah, we will be hosting an ANS workshop this semester. So I'm thinking the week after spring break, and that's about it.
Hey guys, my name is Christopher Miller again. Sorry. But anyways, since I'm sitting in the election and appointments chair, I just wanted to really get you guys more involved, because we keep having these confirmations and these interviews and nobody's showing up. Honestly, I'm tired of waiving the rule. So hopefully this Friday at 3 o'clock, I can get one person from each standing committee. That'd be very great. Because I don't want you guys to think anything about it. I really want to hear you guys' input. It's kind of hard when you only have I think it's 6 or 7 of us. I don't know. But anyways, we only have a few members. It would be really great for you guys to come to the meetings, because you guys are working with these people as well. It's not just ENA committee. So other than that, it was a great meeting tonight. The confirmations went well. We got the 2 new senators, congrats, and then 2 E-branch positions. So let's keep up the work, and hopefully I'll see you guys Friday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully the graduate senator, Sawyer just gave me 2 applications. She's been working. I love her. Cameron Sproul for Deputy of Student Lobbying, Kaylin Randall for Deputy of Student Welfare, and hopefully the justices of the Supreme Court.
So I hope to see you guys Friday at 3.
Dumas?
Good meeting, everybody. Again, congratulations to all the newly elect, and to confirm. Today was a good meeting. Glad to see most of y'all in purple. For the ones who did it by accident or did it on purpose, thank y'all. I was really stressed about this, but it came together. We'll be doing something on Set Friday as well, and here as well. So make sure you guys stop by, get something sweet to eat. Yeah, and look, come out to all the events this week.
Hey everyone, congratulations to everyone in their accomplishments. Just an update on the Florida State FAMU week that's going on. He told me this past weekend, Levante, that he was going to send you guys emails for the ones who were interested in helping out. But he hasn't sent it, so I'm going to contact him tomorrow morning to see what's going on. Also, for those who are going to FAMU DRS tomorrow, just wear something with FAMU on it. You don't have to wear SGA paraphernalia. Just come looking like a FAMU student. Maybe a FAMU shirt, whatever. for tomorrow. And remember to attend all of our events for Blackout Week. That's it.
Hello, everybody. This was a great meeting. I want to congratulate Teresa for becoming a confirmed senator, and my brother Corey Aya for becoming a confirmed freshman senator. Congratulations! It's an experience like no other. Thank y'all for participating in interpersonal violence. For Senator Dumas, is something that he's really been working on, that he's talked to me about for weeks now, so I'm glad it came together. With that being said, please try to help us clean up the chambers before we leave tonight. It looks great, but we do have to take it down. In addition, my sermon went really well on Sunday. I was nervous out of my mind, but it went very well. And I want to shout out Senators McClinton, Strong, Senator Carter, and Senator Green for coming and supporting me all the way out in the country. It was a country church. And for all you senators that sent me encouraging texts, I really appreciate it. Also, I've started my prayer list back up, and I just started back up today, and I've gotten over 30 students DMing me and everything like that, so don't miss out. Just hit me up to be on the list. And as far as scripture for today, it's going to be coming from Genesis chapter 25, verses 19 through 34. The title of my sermon was I Know Who I Am, It's My Birthright. And basically that part of the story talks about Jacob and Esau, and how Esau was the oldest son, and how he sold his birthright to Jacob. And I basically talked about how, you have to know who you are in God, and you have to know who he's called you to be, and you can't sell out on your birthright or sell out on who it is that you're supposed to be. You have to remain steadfast and stay encouraged and be who he's called you to be. So, yeah.
All right.
Senator G-Mac.
Congrats to the newly elected, newly appointed senators. And y'all give it up for my girl Taylor, cause she was doing her thing, y'all. I just gotta let my sister, cause she just every time I see her, she encourages me, and I just feel like yes. So that's it.
Senator Eden.
Okay. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a nice week. I know you guys can see my beard is gone. Let me just give you a little quick story on what happened. So I had me a little drunk weekend, and I was in the shower, and I thought I grabbed my beard wash, but it was really some near. So then I had it on my face. Yeah. Then when I was trying to wash it off, I realized my hair was going. So that's what happened. That was that. So after the Strikeout Showcase, we're doing an after party at Club Play. So I want to know how many of you guys would come to Club Play, just by show of hands. So I need to know for the numbers so we can get the boot. Like if it's 20 or more of us, then we'll get a free boot. So I just need to know. Yeah, at Club Play. At Club Play after it's called the Strikeout Showcase After Party. I spoke with Mr. Smith about it. We just can't mention SGA name inside of it, but other than that, we can go. So just by show of hands, on Friday afterwards, if you guys would go. Just 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just lying.
Okay. Okay. All right. Other than that, let's see. Moving on. So, let's see. To start, I was noting down some stuff during the meeting. So every allocation bill doesn't need to pass on the Senate floor. Just keep that. You guys just keep that in mind. Like just because they come up, if they're asking for who knows what, we do not need to fund them. Moving on. Everybody tends to be on their phones, and I see that during confirmations. And then if we're confirming people, and they're going to get into like big positions, I really feel like we should just be respectful and just pay attention to what they have going on, especially the top DS. Just sitting in the gallery and just noticing you guys on your phones, especially for the individuals who are vying to be upcoming leaders within the Senate. It's just really disheartening to see that. Moving on, throwing balloons. I've seen senators throwing balloons in the.
That was me. I threw a balloon before the meeting. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, like I said, Throwing balloons is unacceptable. Branch heads playing with the senators. I've seen Senator Morissette playing inside with the senators during a meeting that was very inappropriate. Eating food on the DS. We're being recorded, you guys. I understand the rules get waived, but us chugging chicken and all that type of stuff, and then we're on YouTube where people can view our public meetings. That's just really unprofessional. If you want to go eat, get off the DS. Senator Lamar, I see a lot of potential inside of you, but you just need to stop playing around. You get what I'm saying? You have a lot of potential. Just stop playing around. Senator Morissette and. I'm sorry. No, look, because overall, look, you guys are the leaders of tomorrow.
No, didn't you make a motion, Senator D. Jackson?
Yeah, I'm going to extend his time period an additional minute and a half.
Second. To extend time additional minute and a half. Is there write this at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please vote by sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Motion carried.
Okay.
Andy.
Okay. JNR. They need better parliamentarians. There's no sense of decorum going on inside the meeting. So vice chair, chair, or whomever steps inside the JNR chair, you guys need to get it together. Senators, please check your bills before you send them out. Senator Morissette, I was seeing Senator Morissette and Senator Seniors playing around inside the Senate meeting earlier. You guys are going to be potential, like you guys were kikiing. That's what I have noted. Okay. Overall, look, you guys are Senator Morissette. Look, decorum, please. Senator Morissette, you're vying to be a Senate President, and Ms. Robbins, you're VP. I just need you guys to set examples. Take this stuff serious. No, I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general. We just need to set an example. Be professional at all times. Be professional at all times. Other than that, with
You gonna remember? You only have 1 minute.
And to clarify with ENA, I guess this room right here with ENA, quote unquote, being biased, I do send out with my agendas.
Your time is up. Now we are on to Senate President.
Senator Snipes, you have the floor.
All right. Okay, guys. Legislative session is almost over. I'm almost done being an intern. Next week is the last week. The FAMU Cash Center is, I want to say, it's approved now. They wanted $19 million for that building. So, look forward to that. The reason I moved to give the rest of the money to Be Out Day is because after talking to Ms. Mary and speaking to E-Branch and Rakeem, basically Be Out Day right now isn't a real thing. So Ms. Mary desperately needs the money to put it on. Like, we have this ad hoc committee, but there's no money to put on this show. Like she said, it should be an ASBC next year in our special projects because, we do the crop boil in the summer, homecoming in the fall, and then Be Out Day should be our spring initiative for special projects. But that'll have to be something I talk with the ASBC about. Besides that, I urge everybody, please prepare your mind for spring break. Please be safe. I would hate to have to hear that we lost some of you guys and the rest of our campus. Make sure you hold your friends, tell them to be mindful. Even though spring break is a week and a half away, just that preparation of it overall is a very important thing. We've lost a lot of rattlers this year, and I would hate to lose it even more. Enjoy your time. I'll be in California for a fellowship, working hard. Besides that, congratulations to all the new senators. Congratulations to Robin and David being a new president and vice president-elect. I look forward to seeing you guys' success as an alum. And besides that, that's it.
Hey, Snipes, I agree with what you said about putting in the budget, but remember, the budget is on a 35 lease thing. So say, for instance, like, it's by that time, they won't be able to get all of their money in time for Be Out Day. Like, say, for instance, vacate the funds, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it sets up, like, what if they don't have all their money in time? That makes sense. So that's the same thing I said, I promise. But I went and dig deeper. Usually what happens, they come to the Senate, and the Senate allocates funds. Am I right, Raheem? write a special allocation bill.
What, BL Day?
Yes. Is that normally what happens? Yeah.
BL Day has to happen since I
No, I'm
was
saying, but back in the days.
Yes.
All right, so
I'm sorry, just like that, the time is
okay.
Okay. Alrighty. I'll try to keep mine brief, you guys. Waiving rules, y'all don't need to waive rules every time. Like, we have meetings for a reason. Like, we have J&R for a reason, because we're in here, trying to be English teachers, and, like, in the meeting, I'm a business student. I'm not really good in English, so let's remember, we have people and processes in place for a reason, so please, let's not waive any more rules. Next up, I'd like to congratulate Senator Dumas put on a really good domestic violence Senate meeting. The purple is beautiful. I love it. It's a mighty rule. Next up, OFC Senator Rios and Senator Antonor, please call Senator Gregory George from SBA. He's been blowing up my phone, Rashard's phone.
Never reach out to me.
Well, just make sure you're contact, because he's like getting at me. Just to be interviewed, to my knowledge, from what I've been told. For the budget, yep. Next, I'll talk briefly about the Senate elections. Remember, that's coming up. Next week, we'll be having nominations for your Senate President and Senate Pro Temp for the next academic year. This will be sent on a memo. I'll be giving you all a 5-minute presentation, followed by a 2-minute Q&A period to discuss your platform points and your initiatives if you are so ever fortunate to be Senate President and or Senate Pro Temp. What are you talking about?
You're giving the candidate the 5-minute
presentation and then a 2-minute Q&A period. Okay. No, I'm giving them, because I'm over it, so I'm giving them what they need to do so that way they can start making their presentation, whether it be a skit, a monologue, a prezi, a PowerPoint.
Is it for you or is it us?
This is for us, for y'all, in a sense. And then before I leave, I did a prezi. I did a prezi last year. Next up, we'll have Senator of the Month. So now it's time to nominate anyone you feel that should be worthy of Senator of the Month for the month of February. Senator Miller.
I nominate Mr. I forgot his last name. Solo. I don't get a second.
Second. You don't need a second.
Oh, I'm just making sure.
Senator Hall, I saw your hand up.
Mm-hmm.
Senator Snipes.
I nominate Dumas.
Okay.
Senator Dumas, I saw your hand up.
I was going to nominate Solo.
All right. Any further nominations for the month of February?
Natalie.
Come on, freshman. I'm here snatching it up.
All right. Anyone else? So far, we have 3 names: Senator Lamar, Senator Dumas, and Senator Antonor.
I want to nominate for you.
Okay, Antonor. Yes, sir.
I nominate Jayla Jackson.
Girl,
Right.
Okay, so any more nominations? We have 4. Alrighty. Yes, Senator. Senator Plaisir. Senator who?
All right.
Come on, Paige.
Come on. All right, y'all playing now. Come on.
I feel like it's not serious, Senator Rios. Any further nominations?
Kari Klein.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
We have 4 names.
Okay. Alrighty. Seeing how there's no more nominations, we're gonna do it by raise of hands. Please take roll.
What are the names again? Who are the people?
It's Senator Lamar, Senator Dumas, Senator Antonor, Senator J. Jackson, decorum please, Senator Williams, and Senator Klein.
I thought somebody said Emma.
Feels like now. Raise your hand for Senator Lamar. Senator Lamar, Senator of the Month.
Oh, he got it.
It's literally unanimous. Oh wait, it's not. Well,
he got it.
He basically had it.
Look at Carl.
And on that note, final roll call.
I called my mama too.
Senator Watts, Senator Gene Lewis, Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter, Senator Climbs, Senator Snipes, Senator Dumas, Senator Hansberry, Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator, Senator Seniors, Senator Myers, Senator Strong, Senator D. Ford, Senator D. Jackson, Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Knox, Senator Miller,
Present.
Senator Jean Baptiste, Senator Antonor, Senator Hall, Senator J. Jackson, Senator Rios, Senator Eden, Senator Osborne, Pro Temp Morset, Senator Ford.
Present. I just mean at 10:11 p.m.